I am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Neck Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
All right. Good morning, and welcome to the show, my people. How are you all doing? Hope you're having a fantastic start to your day. Yeah, man. You understand me? We're giving thanks as usual. Hey, people, I know that one day, you understand me? People are saying, management, you need to get a new song because we didn't qualify for the 2022 World Cup. But the song still applies to the 2026 World Cup campaign. You understand me? And it will apply to the 2030 World Cup campaign. We're not afraid of no Brazil. We're not afraid of no Argentina. And I am sure that if we can get all of these things right by April of 2024 World Cup, we say, we are talking about. We need to have all of these players in. From Reese Nelson to Lewis Baker to any one of them, all of them Everton player, the Mason Holgate them and the Ben Godfrey them. If them man just come in and we mix them with the players that we presently have who are ready and up and running. Things nice. I tell you people, you understand me? Shamaran, they understand me? The Blake and all of them, man, they things nice. You understand me? Cephas so create waves, because people don't realize now. So Cephas are going massive over there, but we soon get to all of that, you understand me? Demo, don't try and distract me, Demo. True, Liverpool win yesterday, you come out and make up talk in a Demo. That day when Liverpool draw and think me never that hear nothing from you in a Demo. But welcome to the show, people. I am Manningsman as usual. This is I Am Sure Sports, and as usual, we are forever grateful and for life and life more abundantly, right? We're very grateful that we have life. We're very grateful that we're here and that we can forever look to the hills from whence cometh our help. Our help comes from the Lord, the one who made the heavens and the earth. Now, I never try to impose my beliefs on anyone, but what I'll say to you, all of us must agree that the reason why we exist is because of someone who is bigger and greater than us. You understand me? To me, he's the Most High God. He's the Creator, the one who made the heavens and the earth. Don't know what you refer to him as. But if that being, that power, that person is so awesome and powerful to do all this, then at least we can look to him every day and say thank you. Thank you. It's not a matter of religion. No. It's a matter of being grateful that you are alive. You didn't have to be here. All right, so we need to set that straight. Listen, people, we have to big up Sure Improvement. Sure Improvement is one of the most consistent persons. She is a female that always drops in early. So, gentlemen, whenever you drop in the chat and you say Sure Improvement, you have to heal her up big time. You understand me? She still continues to operate incognito. You understand me? As soon as I start calling her the infamous Sure Improvement, because she's supposed to make some contact, and anything stay too long serve too master. We don't hear from her. You understand me? But big up Sure Improvement. Jason, Grandspend, and a play pen. Reedy is that Reedy from the Treasure Coast Masters over there in Port St. Lucie. If it is, big up yourself. The Mario McCallum, up. Demo, Tennessee, bright and early. You understand me? Yeah, so we're trying to make a link, so just hold on a sec. And then, yeah, but like we always do, hit the like button, share, and subscribe. This is going to be a good one. Andrew Tomlinson, enough respect, man. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for the super chat. You understand me? Always appreciate the support, because every mickle, they say make a muckle. Every time we get an assistant to do this, it just helps us to make the quality of our product better. So we are forever grateful. One thing I'll tell you is that I have I meet some, like when I'm away, I always get to meet, or when I go out on the streets, I meet some of the subscribers. And even those of us who banter and argue on this, it's always a joy. You understand me? I met up recently with like Jason and Mark, and I met their families, and beating the press. You understand me? A lot of these guys, Kerry. You understand me? People be very careful, If Kerry starts showing you on social media, problem, Kerry has been trolling the oligarch, the ultra boss. So if you follow Kerry on Instagram, there's a whole section dedicated to the ultra boss, So bless up. Richard Samuels, bless up. Brian, yeah man, bless up man. Brian, the manager out there at Molines, boy, may I tell you, Brian, I would like. Yeah, definitely. Jason, we are going to link up. So I will be around from me and probably to August. Be a very long stretch. Ricky Ramprasad, I think that's Ricky from out of Trinidad. Blessings to you as well. Brown man, security 33, good son. What? When I hear from Balakar, all right, I'll call. As soon as I'm going to call Balakar right now. I'm going to call Balakar right now, people. You know what I hear from Balakar? Oh no, Jason, no. Jason, you can't do that, Jason. During Gold Cup, Jason, that means we will be in two different places. Oh, see, Jason, don't tell me that you're not going to be around for Gold Cup, Jason. No, that can't work, man. Jason, that can't work. All right, so we have Mr. Speed as well. So let me introduce him, because he has to leave in an hour. I'm going to bring him on so we can talk about the JPL and then have some other important information to share with you. You understand me? Mr. Speed, welcome.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Yeah, man, take off the hat, because we know you're happy, because Cavaliers leading the league. But, Mr. Speed, before we even get into the league and what's going on with the table and the games that were played, right? Here's what I want to ask you. What happened with Moline and Harborview?
Well, you asked me instead of ask Brian. Brian, you asked Brian already?
Brian hide underneath in bed, man. You know I come from underneath the bed. You know from when we are trying to call him out.
Oh, well, what happened is that the two of them have the same color scheme. But some Molines have them could have feel a full yellow suit or a full blue suit. But above you have the same color scheme, and above you clothes having both yellow and blue, right? So want me know that last year above you turn up in them blue, and Molines pull rank and say, and my home game go and change. So above you had to go and change. Something like that. I'm paraphrasing.
Hold on, Brian is calling. So let me see.
Yeah, but Brian call.
Yeah.
Brian are the man.
Brian is calling. Oh, because so this look like it's a real thing from last year that they're having an issue.
Yeah, man,
with.
it's a last year thing come forward to this year, man.
Let me call him because he was calling to come on. Because I don't understand. Big TV game, and you want to tell me that none of these teams realize. How about you? I'm very sure have a red top. I'm almost
yes, them have a red top that they could have worn. Because they wore it in the first round.
Oh, I sent it to you.
They wore it in the first round. But it was above you, it was Moline's home game, that game. So this game is Harborview's home game, so them sticking to their,
So is it that Moline home and away kit are the same, yellow and blue?
Moline's kit, them can go full yellow or full blue, or they can mix. But Harborview blue gears is blue and yellow, but it's the same royal navy blue and gold. So it look the same. So that is why, even though Molines are on yellow socks and mostly yellow shorts, and a blue top, Harborview gear was blue and yellow. So and it's the same color scheme, so it's difficult to differentiate them. Harborview had on a blue socks though, right? And their shorts was also blue and yellow. So this is where the problems lie.
So what I want to ask though is that when a referee goes into the dressing room,
the match commissioner should have started out that long time.
Right. Don't they see these things? You understand me?
Just started a long time, but then the referee shouldn't even start the game either.
Exactly. So because I'm thinking normally match cards and those things are checked and all of those things by the match commissioner or somebody at least 15 to 20 minutes before the game, which means that the change
more than that, man. The check is done before you even go warm.
Look at that. But we have the man of the moment, Mr. Brian.
Yeah, him know more than me, so make him tell you.
Wasn't looking so mighty as a manager on Sunday. So talk to us, Mr. Mike 9. Because you're not Mike 10 anymore. You're Mike 5 right now after what happened on Sunday. Talk to us. Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Morning, Coach Speed and persons on the stream. So to be honest, I think it was really unfortunate how the whole thing played out. But we were. I mean, both teams are there and there early. Not the match commissioner. The fourth official came to do the regular checking of teams and stuff. Our away kit is a full yellow kit, so we were intending to play in that kit, and she came and said that we can't play in that kit because it's too close to what Harborview has. So we were there having discussions, and ultimately it ended up with her saying we can keep the shorts because the short is full yellow and Harborview short is more like blue predominantly with a little streak of yellow, and we can play in a blue top. So that was agreed, and we decided to play in the blue top, yellow shorts and yellow socks. I think Harborview's away color is like a red and white kit, similar to Portmore United's color. That's their away color, which I think they had, but they were saying that they're the home team and they're playing in their color. Anyways, the teams warmed up and we went out on the field to march out. When we were walking out on the field, there were some concerns that the thing was too close. So the fourth official called the Harborview captain and called one of our players and put them to stand beside each other at the half line. And the referees were contemplating, and then she asked us to put on the yellow kit. So he put on the yellow jersey over the blue jersey, which would now make him be in full yellow. They say it was too close, and he should keep on the blue, and they're going to play in the blue. And the game was playing. I think what really did it was there was an appeal by us for a penalty. I don't even know if it was a penalty or not, but there was some appeal. And then the Harborview people were saying that this is going to be a confusion because the referee can't really know for sure if it was a Harborview player who was impeding a Moline player, etc. That went on, and the game played for about 12 or 13 minutes. And then the fourth official decided that there was a foul. The referee was playing the game, and the fourth official decided that at that interval she's going to stop the game because the colors are too close. And I think they asked Harborview to play in the red and white, and they said they're not playing it, which is in their right as well. They said they're not changing because they're the home team. And so we went and got an alternate stop. The game stopped for like about half an hour.
Half an hour. I think because these things are, I think these are some of the things that must be avoided going ahead, because it is TV, and on TV, money is time, and time.
Yeah, but I think the right thing though was that the game should not have started, but the officials decided that they were going to play the game.
Okay, so they are not competition rules that says if a game is delayed by X time, it has to be rescheduled or anything like that would have governed how that is done.
No. Look here. One thing I want us to understand. It's not the first time in a footballer game stop for more than even half hour and then restart the same day. Because you're trying to get the game. No, not for this reason, but for other reasons.
Yeah. Jamaica and Mexico game stop because of thunderstorm. That we understand.
No, but game stop because people get injured for that. Serious injury for that.
Yeah. We understand that. But this is what I'm saying, that given that it was identified.
Game stop for that time because streak can run on the pitch. Game stop the volley parties. No, I just want to make it plain. Say game stop for volley. No, but game stop for volley parties. I'm not saying
I agree. We agree on what we are saying.
No, it's because you say if it mustn't blow off and play next day. Why I'm saying no.
No, man. I'm putting the circumstances into context because remember, it was started from before. So, Molines, where did you get that? Do the teams have what they call? So, normally in the Premier League, you have home kit, away kit, and a third kit. Do the teams have a third kit? What they call an alternate? Like in event that this happened?
No, because most teams have home and away alone.
Correct.
Okay, so could the teams be allowed to get a sponsor for a third kit, which in the event that something, because if something like this happen, just like Arsenal, they have like a third kit. Well, hey, Dukla ask if we have streakers in Jamaica. Sorry, people.
That alone,
Sorry, yeah. But is there any option then going ahead? Maybe for next season, because this is gone. Because some of the kids are really close,
No, but you expect every club, to have contrasting kits. So there was of all 4 kits, there was one contrasting kit. The club just decided not to use that option.
But what I'm saying that I've never seen this happen, like in the major leagues, because it's almost a given that Arsenal play in red and white at home. So if Nottingham Forest is coming there, they're not coming there with a red top, any at all.
But man is man. Remember, just hold on, man. Remember Molines have a full yellow and a full blue, right? Harborview kit that is like Moline, is both yellow and blue. That's the problem, you know. The one kit above you have the two color where Molines have.
So why Harbour View never? I mean, because Harbour View would have known that from before. Why wouldn't they want to wear their red kit? Just for the
Because
purpose
the
of the
red
league.
kit is their away kit. So they wanted to wear their home kit.
What all right, what difference does it make if you're not playing at your official home ground, so it's really away from your home? What difference does it make where there's a conflict? If you wear the red kit anyways, what would they
It's
have
a
lost?
matter of choice. It's a matter of choice. It wouldn't matter to me because of my mentality and our team mentality. It would matter to we. We just want we have to win any kit and play. But some people are peculiar about them kit when they have them home game or some and whatever, which is their right. So, you know.
All right. I see somebody sure improvement is saying that this happened with UE versus Cavaliers, and UE didn't carry their red kit.
I know what them at show improvement at all, but not call Cavalier name. We are a classy team. We always have 3 kit. That can't close.
No.
But I call our name.
Trust me. Sure improvement. Is it the female team or the male team? Because sure improvement play football in as a female, you know.
Well, most are female. I don't know about female, but I know a male team that can't to us. A 3 kit we always have.
But I am telling you though, like Portmore have a kit that is very similar to Mount Pleasant. Like the colors, and all I'm saying is that because the colors in our leagues are so close, there should be a special sponsor sought for like a third kit. Like even the link up, you know. It's like we don't do it where you have a light color and a bright color. The jerseys are so nice, but when you put them on the field together, if a stranger comes and look, you could miss who is, because the design, like Cavaliers, black and white, and Tivoli, orange and black, are not far apart, you know, Mr. Speed.
I know. I hope we play them next. I know we find out.
What are your thoughts on that, Brian? That maybe a sponsor can say, okay, we will be the sponsor for the third kit for all the teams. So every team turn it jersey. Yeah.
My thoughts on that would be anything negative. I mean, that would be something that would be more than welcome, but I don't know. I guess probably something that the persons who are governing the league can look at. I don't know how it will turn out though, but I don't think it's a bad idea.
Yeah, I think so. Go ahead, Mr. Speed. Look like you were going to say.
I mean, it's an expensive thing to do because I set a kit for all the clubs are running about 5 million. So it's an expensive third
5 million what? Jamaican?
Yeah, for everybody.
Mr. Speed, how much US that? How much 40?
I'm just saying 5 million for something like that one time.
Mr. Speed, that 1 month salary that for you, that is not a lot of money.
5 million for something like that one time.
No, man, you're going to play for the entire season.
No, but it's not going to need it more than one time. When Molines are above your play, because nobody else have the issue.
No,
man. Come from last year, you know. Last year, that thing I come from last year, you know.
I am telling you that, all right, so Portmore have a Portmore blue jersey and the Mount Pleasant jerseys are similar.
Yeah, but Portmore have a red and white. I think
but
for
that
them
is their away jersey. Isn't that their away jersey? So when Portmore came to, right, the red and white is the away. When Portmore and Mount Pleasant play, I am saying that both of them are in blue and white. And that is where I'm saying that it was okay, but to me, it is still close because too many of our teams wear the same colors in their jerseys.
Sure improvement. Come on. When I don't know everything, but I know everything at Cavalier. But I don't know everything. But I know everything at Cavalier. But if UA away kit is black and white, right? Then when they come to Cavalier home, they must go change and put on their home kit. So them have a different color. So I don't see I don't see what happened. I don't understand you. Because we couldn't come to our ground and wear them away kit. And our home kit is black and white. So them would have changed back in them red where them always playing. So how is that it wouldn't be an issue? I never know where you have any issue.
Because most of the teams, with the exception of Cavaliers and Tivoli, most of the teams have blue, and Arnett Garden, most of the teams have blue in their jersey. Oh, we have somebody here calling in. Hold on a sec. We have a caller, an international caller calling. I think he wants to come on and add to the discussion. So let's see. That's what I'm saying.
Just your improvement. If them didn't have the red, not their problem, not our problem.
Welcome to Irish Sports.
Yes, Martins.
Yes, sir.
Big up yourself, Mr. Speed.
Big up yourself,
we have Brian. We have Brian from Moline. We have Brian from Moline.
Yeah, man. Big up, Brian. Big up, Brian. Yeah. What I'm saying, Martins, like in terms of the leagues, yeah, before the start of the league, why not every team present their home and away kits or an alternate kit? So, like we said, if I'm going to Cavalier, I already know what Cavalier home kit is. So I cannot come there with a color clash. And like in our league, every midweek we have to send out a travel sheet so we know what color we're playing in. So we don't go to Arsenal and carry red because we already know Arsenal wearing red.
Right. But all the kits, in this place.
Hold on, Freddie. Let's hear
Let me answer that question, Freddie. The truth is, all the kits in this case was bought through the league, Clubs didn't buy their own kits, They were bought one place.
Okay. I see what you mean. So that is the problem.
No. That is why we shouldn't have the problem.
Can you mix and match? Can you mix and match some of the kits?
Yes.
So that you don't get that color clash.
Yes, so what we usually do.
You already know what the home team. You already know what the home team will wear. So when you come now, you come with a color that you don't have any clashes with what the home team has to wear.
Right, but let me tell you, look here, this will happen. I tell you already, it will come from last year. It's not the first time between Abbeville and Moline because they wear the exact same colors, but. What happened you see if what happened, Molines have a full yellow and a full blue. Abbeville jersey that they pick was neither full blue or full yellow. It was a mixture of both. But it's the same color. Same royal blue and gold.
All right, what I'm saying though, it shouldn't the league because what we are saying, Mr. Speed and Freddie said is that if Moline's colors are yellow and blue, even though if the travel thing was sent from before, shouldn't Abbeville then know that though it is their home game and these are the only two colors that Molines have, they need to wear their red jersey. And the league said
they should have worn it.
Abbeville is not obligated to that because it's their home team. It's like Manchester United going into Arsenal and wear red just because. That will never happen.
Never.
So why not Molines? The away team has to figure it out and make provision to change.
But they don't have any other. What I'm saying though is that they don't. All the colors that they have, which is what I'm saying. When it comes on to the league, if you don't have an alternate jersey, then the colors, almost all the teams in the league have yellow and blue in their jerseys, and that is part of the problem.
And I think that is why Abbeville and Portmore this year.
What about the kit sponsor?
We don't have any kit sponsor. We bought the gears.
What about the kit sponsor? Oh, you got So why we can't buy the gears where it design where the colors are far from it? It's the same color, but then it's designed a little bit different.
And if you're right, if for instance Abbeville had Molines had a full yellow and full blue. If Abbeville had full yellow and full blue, it wouldn't be an issue, But what happened that Abbeville had just a blue and yellow gears mixed almost evenly, and then the alternate gears was red. So that is why the problem is there between both of them. So for instance, Portmore also wears a lot of blue, but they also have this red, like above you. So if they ever clash in a match, it wouldn't be a problem because one would change. They have contrasting gears. Molines and above you don't have contrasting gears for 3 of them gears. So unless above you use the next one, there's always going to be a problem. So that is what happened there. So what happened is that when they were,
I think
I was saying when they were buying the gears,
no, Mr. Speed. In the future, then the away color, can it be a away
That's what I'm saying.
color? Like for example, you see I'll wear yellow or purple or pink. You know that second gear shouldn't have any yellow and blue in it. You know, have something pink, purple, orange. You know, something way out where you don't have that contrast in whenever you travel.
In the beginning, when the jerseys are being bought or whatever, seeing that the teams don't go and buy their personal jerseys, they all come from the same place. If I say, listen, okay, some Molines is already blue and yellow. How about so the colors are very like in the beginning I think we have to limit, because I know when I fill out a form it says what color is your shorts, what color is your socks, what color is your top. All right, so when I put blue, yellow and blue, and the next team put blue, yellow and blue, and next team put blue, yellow and blue, and next team put blue, yellow and blue, the league have to govern that, you know. So many teams can be in the same colors.
No, Manins, nothing is wrong with the home team having the same colors, you know. If their home team is yellow and blue, that's fine. But why not make the away kit green and black?
Correct.
Without
that was the choice of the away kit was a problem. You're right, Freddie.
Brian.
That's where the problem is.
Let me ask Brian, why Molines take for their home kit and their away kit the same combination
with the
of
same color? That's where the problem is.
No, it didn't have the same color.
It's not the same combination, Manning. We have a full blue kit for home, and we have a full yellow kit for away. It's not the same.
Okay, and then how about you use blue and yellow
as their home kit and red and white for their away kit?
So any combination you use, you'd have matched up with all of you. If you went full blue, it would be the same. If you
but we didn't do that. Yeah, and then we also wear blue and yellow, and it's still never.
So when this happened last year, didn't you all make a decision? Because I heard it happened last year.
Yeah, they changed because it was we were the home team.
So that is what I'm saying. So coming into this year, you guys knew that you were going to play each other again. I'm just
but they didn't have that red kit last year. They never played in that red kit last year.
Yeah, but like I said, I think the best option, Freddie, is to find an alternate, a third kit. And maybe that kit the teams keep for a couple of seasons. I don't know if you can afford to change it every season, because you're not.
Or maybe we can just change the one of the colors. So like if you want, I guess if you have 2 colors and you can combine both of them to make one kit, and then get a different color for another.
2 things I noticed with American sports and the EPL and La Liga, when the teams, and even Bundesliga, when the teams are playing, if a team is in white, the other team has like red. The colors, I think sometimes when our teams match up, both teams are wearing colors. And even that sometimes, to me, is an issue. I'm wondering if it would be better, like I said, the colors are that, right? White and black. So if Cavaliers comes in full black, they know they're playing against a team in full white. If this team is in full white, the other team is in green. So it is not close. I don't know. I don't know.
Them Molines need a neon green.
Right, Brian?
No, don't need that.
But yeah, but that is all right. So I think
So
hopefully
Duckland said Moline just needs a white shirt.
I tell-
Moline have too much color.
Some
Brian them say
crimson
get a
down,
white
some
shirt.
crimson down white t-shirt.
and maybe there needs to be a partnership because maybe what could have happened. But I think if Molines even use their Lynx Cup jersey, it would be the same problem
Probably. I don't know.
because it is the same yellow. This I'm saying that all the things are the same color.
No, it would be not. It would be because the design in the link up is totally different from what
So maybe that
they
needs
use in the
to be
Premier
if the
League.
link up is going to be the
Because I think the
sponsor.
link up gears is a locally done thing.
Yeah, and I think so if it's going to be done like that, then maybe what a partnership need to be forged with the league sponsors and the link up sponsors that in the event that something like this come up again, then the link up jersey is also your alternate jersey. Because it's not going to happen more than 4 times for the season.
Not 4 times. It don't happen 1 time when Molines and Aberview clash.
No,
Only
Mrs.
time it happen.
All right, boss. all right. But yeah, we're getting a lot of comments. All right. But let's move into the results, Brian. Let's start with you. Your Moline team, you have not lost a game now in how many matches?
No, we lost. To Dumby Holding.
Oh yeah, but one loss in around 12 games.
No, probably 6.
Okay. So you
Excluding the link up. Well,
Yeah.
well, not in the league. 6 are there.
yeah, you have three games to go. Can you make the top 6?
I doubt it.
Okay, but you're safe, no relegation. So how are you going to finish out the league, seeing that the team can't get relegated, can't make the playoffs? How do you finish out?
Well, we're trying to finish with as much points as possible, which would ensure that we get a higher placing than we did previously.
Is a cash award for the position? Is there a cash award for the based on the position that you finish in the league?
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right. But the team has been playing well, playing better than how they started out the season. So lots of good work over there at Molines. But man, you know how to score goals, but you don't know how to stop them. Hello.
Yeah, Manning, you broke up a while ago. Can you repeat? I didn't hear what you said.
man. I said that your team know how to score goals, man. But apparently you don't know how to stop them from being scored on you.
Yeah, I mean it's been a problem from the start of the season. And I don't think we have quite found a way how to solve it. So hopefully that's something we can work on going into the next season and it will be better.
Yeah. And who are your 3 remaining fixtures?
Tivoli, Cavalier, and Portmore.
What? So many points? You think you can pick up 9 points?
That's the plan. Every time you play, you want to get 3 points, you know. You play a game and want to get 0.
So you have 2 difficult fixtures in that. One is the table leaders, Cavaliers. I can't remember when last they lost a game. They defeated you handsomely in the first fixtures.
No, it was close.
You see what happened to the last team who defeated handsomely in the first fixture? Remember what happened in the return leg?
No, it was close. It never answered. 2-0 or 2-1. It was close.
Okay. So and then you have Portmore who are still contending for a top 6 spot. And Tivoli is probably in a similar position like you. They can't get relegated, it appears, but it look like they can't qualify for the playoffs either. So yeah. But I hope you can finish out the season strong. You understand me? Like I said, it would be nice to if you pick up 9 points You're
course,
told.
mathematically, Falkland can pass Tivoli by maths.
Okay.
Falkland can go to 20 points and Tivoli can stop at 19.
Yeah. Okay. But let me ask Brent, if you get 9 points from your remaining fixtures, you'd end on how many points?
36.
36. Would that be the highest point tally in the league, Brian?
Yes, it
Since
would.
you have been back?
Yes, it would.
Okay. All right. So let's see. I'd like to see. I want to. Where is the Cavaliers versus Moline's game being played?
Not play for now. Our Waterhouse we are playing next.
And then Moline's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not far. I think that I think that will be a very interesting game, you know.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Because there's a little team down in that would love to see Moline's pull off an upset.
I want to with you, yeah, they're so transparent. They're so transparent.
But all right, Brian. But okay. But Mr. Speed, I mean, you are the table leader. You lead the table. I mean, the team scoring a lots of goals, not conceding any. You have Waterhouse, Molines, and I think Tivoli left to finish out the fixture.
And Mobile.
Mobile, Molines, and Waterhouse. Waterhouse is your next fixture. Waterhouse trying to secure their space in the top 6 because they are not fully there. They won last night.
They are in the top 6 now.
Yeah, but it's not like they're in the top 6, but they can still be surpassed. So they need to win because if they lose against you and the teams behind them win, then they're out of the top 6 again.
Possible, yes.
Right.
Only one team though, Portmore. Dunboyne can't catch them. If they lose against me, only Portmore could catch them.
All right. So let's help out. So for those who don't know, let's go. The Cavaliers lead the league with 45 points.
46.
46.
Tied with Arnett at 46.
Arnett are also on 46 points. Mount Pleasant is on 42 points in third.
Yes.
It might take so long for answer. Like
Yes. Harborview is 4th and 40. Umberland is on 39. Waterhouse is on 37. Those round up the top 6. And the teams chasing with realistic dances with the Portmore and Dunboyne. Portmore has 35 points. Dunboyne has 32. Those are the teams chasing.
Right. So Dunboyne has to win out all their games to come to 41 and hope that
this is the key, in the farm teams, Umberland is on top with 10 points, Portmore have 10 points, Cavaliers have 10 points, and Waterhouse have 10 points. And Garden have 9. Those are the farm team, followed by Molines in 6th position with 8. Those are the farm team going into the end of the last round.
Okay, don't worry yourself.
The last 5 games.
Listen, Mount Pleasant has a surprise for you people. Management has just brought in a brand new player that I'm going to release very soon. Can't tell anybody. I make Mr. Speed fret. Next time I see my team run out of problem. Can't tell you about that. People, a problem in the league. Foreign baseball.
Martin, remember that you're a journalist in a boss. So when you're for the program, they can't say my team and there's something.
No, Brian, I'm transparent, man. I'm very transparent.
Hold on, we have a call online. Right, LFC.
Afternoon, sir. Afternoon to the panelists.
Yeah, man. It's morning in Jamaica, afternoon where you are. Finally, sir, the people have been looking for you, say I've been under the bed.
Yeah, still under there, man. Soon come out.
Yeah, man. What say you?
No, Brian, are you okay? You haven't said a lot. Are you at work? Are you okay? Are you under the bed or something? Okay.
Yo, you come for the program to access me under bed, Bridget. So, how are you with them, man?
No, just ask if you're okay because So what led the demise of your team this year after went to the final? What happened this season?
Final?
Yo, are somebody different to talk to?
No man, this is man are stealing a Ryan.
A Chelsea thing you not talk about?
Oh Chelsea.
Oh man, that Chris team at that about.
No, brother. No man. Oh, which team a Brian team? Don't be holding.
No man, Moline's a Brian team, man. Moline's Ryan.
Moline's a theme team. But Moline then? Oh, Moline's a theme team. Oh, I think I don't be holding. So the technical director of Mount Pleasant, which team?
Oh, you're talking.
No,
you're talking the sporting director, Mr. Christie at Mount Pleasant.
Okay, so where him coming from? Molines or Dunbeholden?
He's coming from Dunbeholden.
Okay. I'm mixing up Molines and thing, but Brian, the team the 9 and thing, but different from that still. Tropical Maroon, what happened because they relegate since Lenny Hyde? What happened to Tropical Maroon? They are down in the Premier League. What next for them? Is it the Brazilian coach at Molines? At Tropical Maroon?
It will be it will be interesting to know, like, if now that they are relegated, if they will keep the Brazilian. If he will stay on, that would be interesting. If he will stay to play because this is a very good point, because I wanted to ask Mr. Speed, right? Because the teams that get relegated won't be able to play any football until 2024.
No, football is supposed to come back to normalcy, so that league supposed to start later this year. Then other tier 2.
Oh, so we're gonna have 2 tier 2 in the same year?
No, it's not the same calendar year, but not the same football year.
All right, so tier 2 is supposed to start in a couple of weeks. Is this week?
Yeah, that is for 2022-23, yes.
Yeah, man, I understand. So when this one ends, so that
23,
teams get promoted
23-24 should start say November.
Oh, I see. So me almost say Tropical Maroon, like Chapelton Maroons will not be able to play any football until November.
Yeah.
Which is not normally how football happens. So
no,
what?
But Premier League won't start till October again. So we are gonna take a break to a 3 months.
Oh, so the Premier League, but that means the football not going back to normal. Don't the Premier League normally start in September?
September, but
Yeah.
October, September, no big difference. Remember, we stop what we do. We're doing 2 rounds instead of 3 rounds that we used to do. And play all the matches on weekends, because during the week I make it lost everything. We don't reach there yet.
I need to fix the internet in a bridge.
So
you're not hearing? You're not hearing us? Hello? Ryan? Ryan? Hello? Ryan?
Yeah, break up mannings. I don't know. You need to fix your internet, bridge.
I don't know. But everybody hearing. But what I'm saying, Ryan, so you're hearing me now?
I'm hearing you now.
I don't foresee the Brazil.
I'm hearing you.
Yeah.
I'm hearing you.
Yeah, I don't foresee the Brazilian staying, because Capital Maroon will have to wait until November for tier 2 to restart.
Yeah, but what about preparation period? You know.
That is still, even the preparation part is going to be in I don't know. I just think like it would be a long stretch.
What you think how much time they need for preparation? Much months.
Leading up for tier 2, Yeah, I mean, I don't think you need for tier two. I don't. Premier League teams take 3 months. I don't think tier two need more than 2 full months. So the league starting, you start preparing in September, because if they go back with the same model of using school players, because I don't think a lot of those players are going to stay there not playing any football for so long. But I would love for
Yeah,
them.
but Mannings, but you're conflating it, because you're saying they're not gonna stay there. When the season ends now, when the season ends in July, they wouldn't be able to play any football until October. So if they're gonna play tier two, it's just another month. So it's not like they're not gonna play until 2024. They're gonna play football in this 2023. Just like the Premier League is going to start a month before tier two.
Okay, all right. I was just thinking like the whole the whole, I know it used to be a quicker turnaround. That's all I'm saying. The turnaround from being relegated to go back into the league to come again is normally a quicker turnaround than we are seeing now.
Yeah, because
No, Mannings, not at the same turnaround. What you mean quicker? What you say quicker? What you mean?
All right, so normally, when a team gets relegated from our Premier League,
Yeah,
when
they
our
go back to
Premier
them
League
parish.
when and they go back to their parish, when the Premier League restart before the pandemic and so, you would immediately start playing.
no,
If,
you
if, if,
never. All right, man is man.
But I still the next Premier League season before you come back anyway.
Yeah, man is man. Every team, every league supposed to finish by June each year. June, by the end of June. That's the normal. That's normalcy. But no other league ever start. Otherwise, when the Premier League will start September. No other league ever start September. Every other parish league or tier two league, them start after the Premier League because
okay,
so yeah, that's it.
all right, I hear Ryan. Ryan, you back online?
I'm back online, Virgin.
Yeah, man.
How you hear me?
Is your internet giving problems, man?
All right, my bad then. All right, let's move on to, because I was just concerned about Tropical Maroon, right? Bottom of the table with 8 points. That's not good. But Tivoli, surprise Tivoli down there, rebuilding, Sedway, Mobile, as usual down there. But up at the top, Moango now, right? Moango up at the top. Cavaliers leading the Premier League, what? 46 points. Boy, Cavaliers and Harborview, the two top 4 teams, are the only to lose 5 games. Interested. Mount Pleasant last 3 games, draw 9. Lot of game that. So yeah. But so my thing now, and Mr. Speed. So Speed, you ready for me now? So here, listen to this now. So you are in the semi-final, you are in the quarter-final in the cup, right? What is going to take Cavaliers to be champion of the Jamaican Premier League this year?
Well, we hope to be in the semi, go straight to the semi-final and win 3 matches. Well, I'll win 2 matches out of the 3 and get the cup. That's what we're hoping to do. So if you notice, we are the winningest team. We win the most match in the league. So you only highlight that we lose 5, but we win the most, right? So we have a game model. We have we're players. We know what to do. We know how to take care of business. And when business time comes, we take care of it. We don't have to really go into the details.
Okay. So what's the difference with the champion with this time around? What's the difference?
They are not the champions in Iran, so careful what you're saying.
We're not the champion. Former champion.
Listen again, Mannings, man. It seems like you know, listen. So the last time Cavaliers win the Premier League, what is the difference with that winning team with this current team now sitting at the top, going 14 games?
Last time we win the Premier League, we have a lot of difference. We probably only have 5 players left from that winning team. We lost 10 players last year, so we're rebuilding that team. But this team, technical staff better than the last technical staff approach a winning team. So the team get better. Simple.
Well, are you trying to say, Mr. Speed, since that time you have upgraded to an A license?
Not just me alone, the whole technical staff upgraded. Everybody.
Okay, so you don't look at, because in the top 6 goal scorer, if you look at the top, Cavaliers striker leading 15, Busy Akinse, You know, the difference. There are the two difference maker for Cavaliers football team this year. How key both of these players to Cavaliers?
No, them not they you know, funny enough. By the way, Colin got 16 goals, not 50.
Yeah, because he scored in the last game. Very
Right.
good goal. Good pass by Busy. Good one-time volley.
And Atkinson got 12 assists, what people don't even realize.
Yeah,
But
he has the most assists in the league.
but they are just like the end product because of where they play of what the whole team is doing. I wouldn't give them all the praise because all of those goals somebody tee them up for them or build the play through the lines. We're just playing different. We have a different game model and we are playing different. It's the first time we ever scored the most goal in the competition. If you notice that, we always like the sixth highest goals, even when we always have the second best defense, but in goal scoring we were 6. So we just change how we play this year. We take more risk too, and it'll pay off. You know?
All right, fair enough. So the last thing I want to ask you before you leave, all right? So, last thing I want to ask you, ready?
Yeah, man.
So, quarterfinal in the link-up cup against Mount Pleasant. What tactics you're going to use to get the better of Mount Pleasant? You have to get the better of them this season.
That's fine. If you notice, you notice the first game we played, they win. The second game we came from 2-0 down to draw. The third game we were leading and they equalized. Things looking up for us. Every time we play, it look better for us. Apparently whatever we're doing, we're getting closer and closer to get a victory. And you know the old saying, the longer you take to win, the nearer you are to winning. So I think right now we're nearer to win. But I can't tell them the tactics because Man's Monday as me don't talk. You know,
I'm a journalist.
No, it's all right. Brian, help me out here.
It's selectively. You're selectively a journalist.
If I gotta just run the tape and send it on.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, but hold on, man, before me leave. Coming and done here, hold on, Bridget.
No, sorry, boss.
Hold on, before you leave. But yeah, so wish you all the best. Mr. Speed. I hope you don't make Mount Pleasant beat you when it matter. But by the way, let's move on. You know management, cause your team know Mount Pleasant, right?
Yes.
9.
I don't know. Huh? Yeah, 9. Yeah.
9 draw this season.
Tied for the best.
I want to be on it.
Tied for the best defensive record in second best defensive record in the league. Only Humble Lion have conceded 13 goals. We have conceded only 15, same as Portmore. Scored 39, just 2 less than Cavaliers, same as Arnett Gardens.
All right. Because the way our Mount Pleasant start out the league, I think nobody have a chance. That's what I think. But up and to realize, watch a few games of Mount Pleasant. What happened to Mount Pleasant dropping? Based on you guys spending enough money. Yeah, third in the day, man. Third.
Yeah, but I mean
42 points.
Yeah, 42 points. Yeah, and I mean we're gonna win out the remainder of the games. So we're gonna end with 51 points. Whether that will be enough to surpass Arnett Gardens and Cavaliers, I don't know. I don't think they're going to drop enough points. But I don't think that is a bad position to be in. It is the same position that they finished in last season. They were in a similar position and ended up in third and stuff. But I think the team is in a better place. There is a very key and critical addition that will be made. A big international player, a senior player will be added to the mix. Come the playoff time, which I gonna give them the edge. As it yeah.
So the win not close or the player register already?
Well, how football is that when you are a national representative, there is a pathway for you when you're a free agent, once you get your international, I think, certificate of clearance that you can play in the league. Right, Mr. Speed? Or
Wow.
Brian?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Me not understand what you're talking about.
So you don't understand. So if you have a
No.
player, say for example, Ravel Morrison was out of contract, right? And he was a member of he used to play for Cavaliers. Could he come back and play for Cavaliers as an
In the
international?
transfer window.
No. What? So
When the
you're
window
saying,
closed,
so you're saying no player can play, even if they're your player, and they're so how about you use like Akwasa-Chan can play for Harborview?
not to the best of my knowledge at this time.
Okay. So no player that goes on loan and the club cut their loan. So how did Johnny Talbot play for Harborview last season and he came back after the window was closed? So Harborview should be stripped of the Premier League title. I never know that is the rule. That if you
I don't know when Martins, I don't know when Talbot came back. But I'm telling you that to the best of my knowledge, you have to come back within the window.
Yeah.
I had a player that I loaned out, and he was here well before the window and he couldn't play.
And he's a national player.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's true, Mr. Speed. Let me find out from this.
Look here, now, there are certain rules regarding players, professional players, who can transfer outside of the window.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So if his contract was terminated before the end of the last window,
okay, sir,
he can play. But them have to prove it. But so let's see.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Manage.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. So yeah, depend on one player for turn around your season to win. All right.
I said that there's a player coming in that is going to give us the edge, and the team has been playing a whole lot better. Coach Theodore Tapper Whitmore has, finally gotten his stamp on the team. Team scored 5 goals, Ryan. I have to give them credit for that. I think he has finally gotten them.
I'm going to be honest with you. I would love to see Arnett or Cavaliers win it, because my two teams, because Boystone is not. But different from them, I would root for Whitmore to win it, to redeem himself, you know what I mean? I would love for him to win it, but I think he's going hard, you know what I mean? Yeah. Coach T got there some Arnett Gardner play some different type of football. Cavaliers themselves, Portmore, they are taking time, sneaking up. Only 2 points Waterhouse lead them by. So Waterhouse and Cavaliers are playing next. If Portmore win them next game, them in the top 6, you get to say, and especially last season, Waterhouse start a little bit slow this season because they make sure that they don't what happened to them couple seasons ago where they win the league and then end up didn't make it to the final of the playoffs. So they're taking their time building, but Cavaliers, I think Cavaliers going to eat them food. Where is that game playing? Over Waterhouse?
The Cavaliers, I think Mr. Speed is off. Brian, where is the Cavaliers?
Where is the game?
I think isn't that the Monday night game?
Man, so give me a minute, let me check it on.
Okay, he's going to check it and get back to us, Brian.
All right, now go listen, and King. Bless upon yourself, big up on yourself, bro.
Yeah, man. All right, respect. Yeah. All right, that's Ryan for you. All right, I have some other stuff to share with your people that I think interesting information, because we need to get to some national football and we have passed the first hour. So Brian is going to come back with that information. Mr. Speed has
it's going to be played at Waterhouse.
At Waterhouse. That's a Sunday game then.
Yeah, man. April 23rd. All
right. So let me get to some other thing. I got some information.
No, but that's this weekend, because we'll be playing there too, We're playing Tivoli there too. It's going to be a double header, because we'll be playing Tivoli there.
So it's 1 o'clock at 1:15 and 3:15.
No, 2 o'clock and 4:15.
Okay. They have light at Waterhouse? Or 2 hours 6:15 is still light. I don't know. I'm not hearing from Brian. But people, let me just so recently I had the Westmoreland FA, and if anybody from Reno is listening to this, please reach out to the president of your parish. All right, Mr. Downswell, if you're listening, Jimmy, Dennis Hudson, any one of your Reno person, Jeffrey, Foster, Dan, Skillo, and any one of the Reno man them, Tikaros, any one of the Reno man them, you don't know yourself, Blacker Bailey, any person associated with Reno. I just got some information, right, that what is happening is that their registration, and this is where now there is a problem. I don't know how the registration apparently, I don't know, went to the Donald Garden. Yeah, all right. There's a registration that is missing the stamp and signature of the Westmoreland FA. Today is the 18th, and it says if it is not completed by today, which is the 18th, Tuesday the 18th of April, it says the club will not participate in the Tier 2 competition. This is an advice from the person, Ian Campbell, I think his name is, who is the competitions committee chair. So they're asking the officials from Reno to please somehow the Reno Football Club, from what I am seeing, sent up the registration documents without going through the parish FA. And you'd have heard from the interview that there seemed to be some issues between, and this is where some persons were asking when we had Mr. Ricketts and Mr. Chung on the program, were asking if there's any policy to even mediate, because obviously there is a problem between Reno and the president of the Westmoreland FA. So
Yeah, but my
yeah.
name's I'm chipping a little bit. So I don't even know if there needs to be. Well, let me just maybe there needs to be a policy. But I'm saying, if I'm the president of an association and an affiliate and I have a problem outside of, because it seems to me it's not a footballing problem I have, it's a difference of opinion based on the president's former affiliation with the club. But his role now doesn't allow him to carry that that thing along with him, grievance or whatever you want to call it. If the team is registering for a competition and they require his stamp or his approval in terms of signing documents and stuff, I think once the team provides the documentation in its correct order in a timely manner, then he needs to facilitate the registration process by affixing the seal of the office of the association. That is not his seal. Seal belongs to the office or the whatever it is.
So what he's saying, because I actually spoke to him, when I saw this, I spoke to him. He said that they did not contact him. It was sent directly. So it didn't. They apparently, and that's why I need to hear from someone in the administrative arm of Reno. Apparently, their registration didn't go through the FA. It went straight to the JFF Competitions Committee. So it is the Competitions Committee now who is speaking with the FA president to say the club from your parish basically have sent in registration without any stamp from the FA. You understand me? Or the signature from the FA.
Yeah. I get what you're saying now.
So I don't know if it is because, for example, maybe Mr. Donzel is part of the technical committee, so he could have probably brought it and given it to the registration. So when it is checked now, but there. So what I want, the question I want to ask you, could somebody bring their Premier League documents into the competitions committee without it going through CASAFA? Or Molines must go through CASAFA and get
Yeah,
the
man, you have to go to CASAFA and get them to stamp the document.
Yeah, so they are saying that
So whenever you're registering it, so like if you're registering a player, their contract, their medical form, all of those
Right.
have to be stamped by the CASAFA. Yeah.
All right, which is what they're saying because this
But I don't. But when I bring documents to the CASAFA, I don't bring it to the president. I bring it to the office and then they check it, they verify it. Depending on, so if it's a lot, they may need a day or so to go through it, or 2 days. Or if it's just like a one document, then the person at the office would verify it and affix the stamp and signature. Well, but I don't know how the Westmoreland FA operates.
because there are several clubs, that the reason why they had to push off the competition. I understand from my information that clubs like Met Forest.
Yeah, nobody call it them.
It's a lot of clubs, man. It's almost all of the clubs. It's a good amount of the clubs. So it's not like it's one. It's like 6 of the clubs, including Reno, had not yet brought in their registration. Subsequent
Yeah,
to that, they brought in the registration. Now the registration is not done properly.
Yes, so it's incomplete.
Incomplete. So now it was this notice came out yesterday for a today deadline.
Okay.
Which is, so you understand me? So the Reno persons need to act on this right now. Because
yes, so Marines, all they need to do is to get the document to the association for them to sign it, stamp it, and then they just scan it and send it back to Mr. Campbell.
You know what my theory, Mr. Campbell, not Campbell, Campbell, with a K. You know what what I believe? You know what I believe, Brian? So here's the issue I believe is happening. The Reno wants to use FC Reno.
And the president is not having that.
The president want them to be Reno FC. So they have to circumvent.
He's not. Yes, so they are probably, well, okay.
I think that is the issue. They are trying to circumvent. I don't know. That's what I need to hear from them. Because if it goes through the FA, he's only going to do it if it is Reno FC. And therein lies the problem.
Well, he admitted that he did it in the past. Would it be FC Reno? So maybe Lightning will try the same place twice.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I really think that this issue is very, very trivial. I don't even know that it deserves the amount of airtime that it's been getting because, I mean, except that, the players will be greatly impacted. But, I mean, I can't see how big men who, to me, seem to have known each other for years now and probably played together, probably are friends to some extent or are acquainted in some regard. I don't think this is a problem that them can't just sit down and work out. I don't know why it's appearing to be such a challenge. I think it's something with the big man, him just sit down, man, and over a few drinks, man, and have a discussion about the thing and, try to come to a compromise and ensure that everybody, because, I mean, I understand the perspective of the president. The only issue I have is that in his role as the president, his perspective in that regard is not correct. I think he must separate himself from, being the president as well as separate himself as the president of being a former player of Reno.
Yeah, because here's what I'm saying. It doesn't hurt the president if it is FC Reno or Reno FC. It don't affect him in any way. So
it don't affect the parish. It don't affect the parish.
What will affect the parish is if the club is not allowed to participate. Here is going to be the next issue. If Reno don't participate again, they are going to lose the spot. I don't want to even imagine a next club. Say, for example, Tuscany Warrior ends up being in it to fill the void of Reno. The kind of problems and perceived conflict of interest
That's
will
going
be
to
there.
exist.
Not only that, say for whatever reason he doesn't do this. In other words, the only good outcome for the president, I believe in all of this, is to say, you know what? You don't want to name it, so I don't even business. Go ahead and
But
name
man,
it.
the truth is, he shouldn't really care what the name of the club is once they are an affiliate and they carry out their duties as an affiliated club to the association. It
Yeah.
shouldn't really matter to him, you know. It really and truly shouldn't matter to him.
And I think, so, Mr. Tomlinson, if you're listening, here's what I would say. My suggestion is call the people at Reno and say to them, listen, just bring the thing to me, I'll sign it. Whatever name I want to use, go ahead and use it. It don't really matter to me. Even though I want to play in St. Elizabeth, I want to play in St. Elizabeth. Even wherever. Because you know that Reno couldn't a club also move their affiliation to a different parish?
Yeah, but they would have to reside in that parish.
Really?
Yeah, you can't live at Westmoreland and affiliated to St. Anne Boss. That wouldn't make no sense.
So when no man, you become an affiliate of St. Elizabeth.
No man, I'm saying, yeah, but you can't be based in Westmoreland. It wouldn't make no sense, man.
I'm just thinking about like the situation when Hazard moved to Portmore. Because they were still an affiliate. They were still I think for the first couple of years they were still a Clarendon team, but their home base was in Portmore.
No man. Them affiliated with St. Catherine FA. Them couldn't because that time they would have played on the St. Catherine what you call it? Knockout thing, you know. You can't
So couldn't Reno then be a member and play their games in St. Elizabeth? What if they decided, okay, we are going to be an affiliate in St. Elizabeth and play our home games in St. Elizabeth?
Them could not be a Westmoreland. They could play in the Westmoreland Major League.
Right, so they play in the St. Elizabeth as Reno. But
yes, and then so they would know.
Because there's a St. Elizabeth team already that got a spot in the tier 2.
Yes, so they would be able to represent the parish of
that's what you mean.
St. Elizabeth again, of Westmoreland again. Sorry.
So Mr. Tomlinson, for your own parish,
I think Mr. Tomlinson needs to just separate himself.
Yeah.
His role as the president.
The leader. Listen, I don't know if this is accurate, but I'm just going to tell you what the leader is saying. Leader said Hazard moved and was still affiliated with Clarendon.
And them could not play in a Clarendon Major League. Now, the clubs the parish used to have, like, you know, them knockout competition. So, like, you'd have St. Catherine knockout, you'd have Jackie Bell and Casafa. Them could play the Clarendon knockout, brother. Man, just think about logic of it, no, man. Why you would have moved from a St. Catherine and be an affiliate to Clarendon? No, stop for a leader, man.
Mr. Leader, you can call and explain, sir, because he said, I'm just telling you what the man said, sir. I'm just the messenger. I'm just reading the message. He said,
but every message you carry, brother. Some messenger leave.
All right, boss.
And leader, even if it happened back in the days, it's not right. So it now gonna happen now, brother. So they even better go down the road.
Okay.
But man, is it? Well, I mean, no, brother. Me think when Reno did never play last year, Reno had an entire year, no, brother,
to prepare.
To start out the registration, you know.
This is
the registration.
Yeah.
Is a form. Let me tell you about the farm. me bring up on the farm right now. I'll tell you what up on the farm was. Because sometimes the people that hear you talk and they would have think say,
All right, so find
ah,
the
something
farm
different.
and then
All right, hold on.
yeah, Mr. Maxwell,
Yeah,
welcome to I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, explain
yeah.
yourself.
Okay, let me just explain. Okay, all that happening, they use the field over there, but they were still affiliated with Clarendon. After a while, they moved their affiliation. So, mine is correct, but they did move their base. So, meaning that they played elsewhere, but they were still affiliated with Clarendon. So, he's correct in that part. Right? But their base, their home base, because you can move your home base anywhere, Because say Mount, say any club, right? They don't have to play their home matches in say Westmoreland. They could go to, I think, okay, at one stage, Reno used to
Yeah,
play at Stets. I don't know
yes.
if you remember.
Yeah, they used to play
Right.
Stets. That's
Right. So those things they can move where they play the matches, but they have to be affiliated with the place that they're coming from. Right? So if they're going to move, they're going to have to see to get affiliated. Right. And you are also right to extent.
Yeah, but this is strange. All right, Brian, you found that. Hold on, leader. Yeah, you found the information, Brian, about the registration.
Yeah, man. So, my name's registration form. All it have on is the club details, the players' Christian and surname, um, email, contact number, player signature. That's all they put on the form. And then you have to submit like a medical, which they would have sent you a medical form. So you go to the doctor and get the medical form filled out, stamped by the association, and that's it. You send that in, you're done.
A.M. Henry is asking. The question is which name is the team registered in? You cannot just use whatever name you want.
Yes, so what the president was saying, was that money is based on what me hear him saying. I don't know if I'm me or Mr. Anderson, but it's like he must say the club name is Reno FC, and the people went ahead and registered a new company called FC Reno.
Yeah.
So, and him is saying that the club that they are recognizing is Reno FC and not FC Reno, but money is, I told you from the time that the issue that is happening now that's causing the problem was that he, the president, allowed them, bearing his parish signature, to be up to play in the competition under the name FC Reno. So him can't come back now and say, me not recognize a name there.
Yeah, because part of the issue for me is this. If there are debts like what A.M. Henry was saying earlier, it is not for the president of the parish. That is between the company oh geez, what they call it, register of companies. They are responsible for that. Because it's
Yeah, the
not
company's office of Jamaica.
yeah, the company office. It's not like
Man.
yes.
Let me example. What is Cavaliers?
Hello?
Soccer club or football club? Cavalier was originally a soccer club, But I don't know if people realize that somewhere along the line, I do remember when it was that they actually changed the thing to Cavalier Football Club. So it's similar to the Reno FC thing.
Yeah, I think I have someone from Reno calling in, leader. So you want to call? You can call.
Yeah, man, you can go. Yeah, man.
All right, let me just go and take this because I see Pesa calling. So that I just believe that there's someone probably affiliated with Reno trying to give us some information. So let's see if we can help to solve this because that is what we are here to do. Try to see if we can, because it would be hurtful to not have them in the competition one more year. So let's see if we can fix this issue right now.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. This is Manning's man.
Sir, man, it's all man. Pressure, man. I'm on the road there.
I pressure this man?
Yes, I mean, I have no plan on their work yet. I mean, I just want to work again, so I have no plan. So I just see something come up on before. They say Reno was here too. What go on?
You're live on the show in a peso.
Yeah, man. That's why we call. Come on.
All right, we're trying to find out.
What really?
We're trying to find out. I received some information that Reno brought in a registration to the competitions committee that didn't have the parish president signature or stamp on it. And so,
Manage, yep.
so
Manage,
Reno,
I'm going further than that, man. Manage. Let me stop here, sir.
No, let
Manage,
me finish. Let me give you the rest of it. All right, go ahead, boss.
All right. Manage, manage the president of fight against the team. Me I tell you that plain and straight. Plain and straight. So no way you can be a FA president and your signature are attached to a document for your team in your parish. Eh? Come on, management. There have to be some lot of head business. Because I heard that the team is supposed to play a Landalo. And like some issue, that's why I'm here. They said the team must have played in first game, but it was last week at Fulham Technical High School. Oh, really, if you play Fulham when you have Landalo there, so.
All right,
we are really make the president have this, so.
Peso, you're gone for the different. Let's stick to this, right? This, what I have is not from the president. It is from the competitions committee. And what the competition committee is saying is that Reno submitted their registration. The registration don't have the signature and the stamp of the parish president and from the Westmoreland FA. So now my question is, why would Reno send the registration after the JFF competitions committee without going through the parish association?
Then man is as well, there must be some brother with the president and them.
Yeah, but
the
president did come on. The president came on and said that that's why we need to hear from the Reno persons.
No, man, the president not talk truth, man. The president not talk truth. The president is a former Reno player. So why the president want to try to sabotage the team? The president did the same thing last year when the team no play. And tell lie about registration. The same thing he do last year. And make the team no play.
Yeah, but did Mr. Downswell come out last year and even took some responsibility for that?
No. Come again, me never hear you.
Mr. Downswell also spoke to that same issue, you know. And Mr. Downswell, spoke about not having enough players, you know.
Well, I don't know about that, you know, man. I said, I'm not part of that team again.
Do you have any? I would love to speak to Mr. Gardner or somebody in charge of Reno.
Come here, try to call him a while ago, I'm not getting. So I don't know about the party again.
So can see if you can make contact with somebody from Reno and let them. I would love to talk to one of them to find out exactly what is happening.
All right. Yeah, man. All right, I'll do that.
So work on that for me, please, Pesca. Because we want to solve this issue. We can't have a next year without no team from Westmoreland in the league.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian, you're back.
Yeah, man, I'm here. Yeah, but Mannings.
Yeah.
Yo, Pesca, I really happy though. Oh, him knows I like the president that still. So, you gotta tell him, boy. But, Mannings, to be honest, my boss situation sad, brother. I don't like it. It's sad, man. It really sad. You know what I mean? We have some adults, grown men who are really football bossy and expect them to operate now at a better level. I mean, and even with this whole tier 2 thing, registration is not that complicated, my boss.
Yeah.
Not complicated. You get me? But as I say, I think there are a lot of underlying that are happening that are preventing the process from going through smoothly.
Yeah. Hey, Balakar. You know, you're live on here. The people say they have not heard or seen you in a while, you know. So I said that let me just call Balakar, touch base with him, let the people them. You tell the people them that you're okay, you know, so you just took a quick flight because you had to go and watch Chelsea versus Real Madrid, say, in London. Talk to them. How is London? Yeah, man, then in London, you go to the Big Ben yet?
Oh, I have remember a straight man alone, yeah.
Oh, sorry. So you're in Spain for the return leg between Sevilla?
Yeah, I'm about to leave out, you know.
Where you take bus or train? I remember taxi.
I flight now, go man.
Yeah, man, but the people them say them not hearing from you, so I tell them say that I'd call and think, you know, I bet they be here.
Man, I really would, you know, man. But I say, I'm kind of ease up, man. Kind of, yeah, my team must say lose, so on the draw. They get a good picture there, so it's kind of good, you know?
Okay. Which team is that now? Mount Pleasant?
Yeah, man.
Oh, but you're supposed to happy now, man, because your baller, Ladiel Richie, has been starting.
And his man, but me tell you, say, one, we don't know if I look, but when him play, the defense play better, you understand?
Okay.
And the youth there, from Cavaliers, they come in,
Duxley.
my only one. You see me? My only one. Hopefully, he can get fit and stay injury free. I'm see them change up the strike force.
Yeah.
Like Trevor needs some rest. Like them overwork him, kind of like take a toll for
I
him
think
now,
I
you
think
know?
they have Cavaliers tomorrow in the Lynx Cup.
Yeah, but me just say, them probably overrun him for early out in the season where them have a next striker. So they always have to them right too. So probably cannot take a toll for him now, you know?
And he has been given some rest in the recent games. Where's the Lynx Cup game tomorrow? Brian.
Arnett Gardens.
Okay.
Both games, 4 and 7 p.m.
Okay. All right, Bala card. The man them see a little London here, they understand me. I probably head up back to Trelawney, you know. So bless up yourself.
Oh, and league out to start at Solana now, you know.
Yeah? Major League?
Yeah, me feel like them have them send some things to one football group arena. So Solana football start.
What the president for the Trelawney Football Association?
You know, so we have his name slip here now, but I think he run one Buta tour company. We have the whole like post in both years, so man. You know me.
Okay.
So I'll get in name forward to you.
Yeah,
man.
man.
Right, do it, I can do it, you see me?
All right then, Balakar.
Western Balaker, there's a gentleman down there named Mr. Rodney. He is a part of the executive.
Who?
There's a gentleman down there named Mr. Rodney. He's a part of the executive too.
Rodney, me not there, so I don't know how that.
Okay.
All right, Balakar, bless up. I just because some person are asking for you, understand me, so you know we have to touch base. Yeah, man. All right then, cool. Yeah. All right, so Brian, I mean, a little thing I want to say because I see many people are saying that a couple of things I want to run, right? And Jamaicans, like sometimes we have to take our emotions out of the football and things. So number one, I'm going to get to Louis Baker, Reese Nelson, and those things. But let's start locally. I see many people saying that Parker Blocks, which is Fabian Reed, has been on the best form in the league since the start of the league. And up to this point, he has not been called to the Jamaica national team. And I hear coaches saying these things. All right? I hear people saying that a couple of weeks ago, Emilio Rosso should be called to the national team, and Alex Marshall is on spanking form, and all of these players, the two centre back at Harbour View, and Anthony Bennett at Harbour View, and you know, all of these things, people. What question? Hold on. What question? Know yourself. Just put back the question, man. Sometimes the comments them go fast. Just put it back and I'll respond to it. Right? So here's the issue I have. I think sometimes because we like players, we forget timelines. Fabian, when the local forwards were called, Trevante Stewart was a leading goal scorer in the league. Colin Anderson was the second leading goal scorer. Jason Wright was the third leading goal scorer in the league. Right, Brian?
No, it was Busy was the third.
Busy was the third.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was
But
Busy.
Jesse Wright was in good form at that time too.
All right. We're getting an echo from your side. I don't know how you signed out and signed in, but it's causing an echo.
Yes, I'm saying Busy was the third leading goal scorer at that time, I think.
Wonderful. All right. So the point I'm making is that If a local set of players were being called up now, Fabian Reed could get a look in. His age may be an issue, but he could get a look in. All right, that's number one. People are saying that Rudolph Austin has been the best centre back in the league. People, are we real? Take on a friendship out of these things. And Rudolph Austin didn't even want to play football in Jamaica. He just stayed and played in Portmore because he wanted to help the young youth. He has retired. The man is what? He's almost 40 years old. I don't understand how we reason the football. Now, let me say this. I am not impressed with Alex Marshall in the league so far. A player who was playing in Canada for so long and come back into this league. To me, you have not distinguished yourself from other players. Players like Busy, players like Jason Wright, players at Harborview have looked way better than you. Lamar Walker, you were overseas. Players in the league presently are playing better than you. You should be a cut above the rest. So far, you have not been. Go ahead, Balakar.
And then sitting now, me have to call in for the show and the people that miss me, you know. When fooling shall go and fooling shall get born out, you know. The best defender at Portmore are Steve Young, the youth from Chulani, where used to play for Jeremiah team, the number 4. You see me, man. Alex Marshall not the fan no farm for the national team. No at all. You understand? Them a talk like say, Reed from Arnett not getting chance already in the national team. But then and they never do much good on anything there, you see me? The only problem when me see where you talk where me feel like the youth they deserve a call in the national team and I left back to Portmore.
But
where the youth name? Russell.
But let me tell you this though. To be fair, you know, the left backs that are called over him, you may not like them, but they have been in better form as left backs than him. Let me give you some names who, in my opinion, have been better than him as left back. When he plays in a back 3 and he plays as the almost a left winger, he plays a lot up front, right?
So what better than you from Dumbo?
What's the Harborview left back? The local slim youth.
Odeland Harding.
That guy has been playing good from last season.
Yeah. That youth play good from last season.
He was not called up.
No.
And he has been having a good season. This season, he has not been called up. That's number 1. Yeah. No, number 2, right? You have the youth, Kimani Campbell, who at Waterhouse last season was having a top season. He got called up. He's at Mount Pleasant. You have Donovan Sigree. He not
play good.
This season, you have Donovan Sigree, who was one of the best left backs in the league last season. You have him.
Donovan Sigree. Yes, Donovan Sigree. But you have defensive problem too.
Same thing with Russell. Number 4, you have a youth at Arnett Gardens who has played left back and he has played left-sided centre back. And he has been having a good season. Joel Cunningham. He has not been called.
Yeah,
but I'm giving a name.
But but Cunningham is more of a centre back.
But I am just saying, and form in that left back position. While Russell has played well, all I am saying
is but even the left back at Moline too, Javon Brown has been having.
That's what I was going to say as well. I was going to call his name now. I am saying that he is not leaps and bounds above any of these players. So if he is not called and any of those players are called, there should be no argument. Because if he was called and none of those players were called, there should be no argument. Because none of them have really separated themselves far ahead of any other.
Man, me kind of impressed with the youth of the. Our team play last night. Don't be holding
Yeah, Dumbe Wallen and Arnett Gardens and Waterhouse and
the youth. One youth play on their back. Look like one young youth. I think at 22 is playing now. Our last man play good. But me not see like then give him enough game like they not give him game often because Watkins always play on their
well,
back.
Dumbe Wallen have the coach has come back in a Harold. So maybe you'll see some changes with that. Listen, Ronaldo Daly.
Kill for them last night.
Let me just respond to this, right? Rolando Daly. Alex Marshall was an outstanding high school footballer. Outstanding. Above his class. Alex Marshall had some outstanding games at the U20. Alex Marshall, when he was at Cavaliers, had an outstanding season in the league. If you are going to come and say, since Alex Marshall has been back in this league, he has been outstanding, you're fooling yourself and you're fooling him. And this is and this is the problem we have. We use sentiments to determine how players. Listen, I know Alwyn Harvey. And this year, Alwyn Harvey, if there's a national team call up, he should not be called. Because he hasn't played anywhere close to his ability to warrant a call. To warrant a call in this team. That's what I am talking about. And we have to be real. If a national team is being called up right now, based on present form, I don't think they should call Trevante Stewart. Because I don't use sentiments.
Yeah.
We have to be real and honest. But I do want to talk about this from before. Here's the problem we have in Jamaica. We are not real with our footballers. We make them believe they deserve things when they don't. So they don't work hard. They don't work hard. Because too many of our footballers, them train just because them don't want to sit on bench. Not to improve them quality. Because we keep on telling them when they're operating mediocre that they are outstanding. He has not been outstanding in the league. And we need to be real and talk to them. And say you cannot want to get into this present national setup. And this is the standard you come back in the league. And playing with. Every time we look at you, we need to see that you're class. Not this game and then the next 2 games after. Because you should be a cut above the rest. You have international experience playing outside of the country. Go ahead now, Balakar.
Brian Mighty, more make a speech now. And more, they say me wrong. More, management tell me say me wrong. Then, you see what all I players get me return from, where you say now, overseas, and I'm playing at the JPL since January. A one ball alone, me see when every time the youth go up on the field, management, they can see say the youth are class and a Crystal Day daily. Believe me. If the youth first touch good, the youth second touch good, he can pass the ball, he can do everything. So management, when me see Crystal Day daily play like this, me look back to myself and say, I have to do something overseas. Why in the back in Jamaica?
No, he was injured, He was injured, Balakar. Think he's back as a part of his rehabilitation.
No, general. Don't make nobody fool about that. To learn me come from. You know him good. Don't make nobody fool about that.
Alright, my boss at town me come from.
Yeah, man. Listen to me now, Brian. Yeah,
but Balakar, hold on now, Balakar. Hold on. No, but you have to listen to me, Balakar. Hold on now. You see when him just come back, he wasn't starting for Aberview. And they said, when they asked the coach why him not starting, him say that he had an injury, and they are managing his return. So that's why he wasn't really starting. Because when he came back, he was only coming off the bench. So they were saying him can't play for more than half an hour or something to that effect. So let me just put that
No,
out.
but when you, yeah, when me they say to you, him should never be back in a Jamaica. They play no ball. And the overseas club me they talk. Me I say, if him injure over him overseas club as a 20-year-old with a talent like that, then now gonna let him go to come back to Jamaica none tall. I must come spend a week and go back over. Then now gonna mash up them price
Well,
like
that's
that.
a fair point, but I don't know the arrangement with his agent and the clubs are or something. So I can't really
Yeah,
speak
but
too much
as
on
me I
it.
say, management, he need to do some work on his own and push, cause he not catch 22 yet. So he still have a lot, you see me, to push up. And Harborview need to play him in a central midfield and stop posting him out wide because they want to fit players in the midfield. I just that me not like with some of my team them more wide. You have the best attacking midfield for your team, you still try to force him outside the way.
Yeah, but
Him not
Balaker,
really
sometimes
compete.
no Balaker. Hold on, no. Sometimes you have to be understanding too, you know, because a coach will put a player in the position where he, as the coach, thinks the player can best help the team, you know. So maybe them think him can best help the team from as being a wide player. And I mean, him don't always play out wide. Sometimes him based on the system,
No,
sometimes him come centrally too. So you have to give and take now that my boss.
All right,
but
Balakar.
when me I say no,
Oh, go ahead.
when they play more wide, yeah, when they play more wide, they will see patches. And then when they put him in the midfield, then you see him start show up, dribble past two player, make his final pass them and then thing there. And because they want Rose play in the midfield and Rose attack the foolishness for the field, he need to run and go take off some weight, man.
All right. Yeah, man. All right, we have Mr. Speed who has come back. So let me just Balakar, respect here. So go and listen
Yeah,
and you
man.
can call back because I need to touch on next issue. All right. So let me say this to the players who are returning to Jamaica.
Yes, so man, they probably can ask Mr. Speed about the tier 2 thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him about that. But let me just say this to the players returning to Jamaica. It's when they come back here, so you see when me looking at the league, you don't stand out. You see if Nick, me was a Mount Pleasant man, and like I'll tell you, Nick Daly did good in high school football. There's a reason, brethren, you have to check on yourself. Even if you pick up injuries, you see, if you did worth it, clubs would have wait until you recover. Brethren, don't be fooled by your friends them around, you know. There's something lacking in a game. Why you back here? Let me tell you that. And when you come back here, the real people them see it because you don't stand out. You don't look a cut above the rest. You cannot come back in our league and a big player and you're unfit and can't get fit and overweight and them thing and expect. Our ball of them, we need to learn this. Football is not for you to train so you can. The youth them have to know this. Stop training so you can get game. Because as soon as you know, so the coach are going to make you start, your attitude towards training change. Because you don't like to train hard. I keep on telling you. You need for when training finish, go do some stuff. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna call someone, Mr. Speed. Maybe, hey, Mr. Speed. Yeah, hold on. All right, I'm gonna give you an example. A baller with me rate right now, Mr. Speed baller. In name Richard King. And for the life of me do a survey. No, is a baller me like. Cause me think him gonna go and see that thing. Is a baller me like. And Mr. Speed, me gonna beat you right here now. Me wanna know, Mr. Speed. Does Cavaliers first before me beat you? Cavaliers have a gym.
Oh, we're not in a gym, but we have some weights. We're not in a gym, but we have some weights.
All right. All right. So here's my point now. I guarantee you, if Richard King goes over to any one of the top clubs, he might go put on weight.
I agree.
So why he can't do it in Jamaica?
Him no want do it in Jamaica because him lifestyle and him influences are not conducive to that. You think when me have him for 2 hours a day, him, of course him listen to me for 2 hours a day. But when him go and him go to him house and him have him things them where him want to do, where other things where him want to achieve, where him think it's important, him not gonna do it. Him not gonna eat as him not most Jamaican players, let me just take out Richard, they don't eat like an athlete. They eat like the normal man on the street. Eat like an athlete. You talk about how much protein you eat. I hear athletes talking, or real athletes, them talk about carbohydrate and protein. Them not talk about Burger King or talk about yam or banana or dumpling. Them talk about how much carbs them take, how much protein them take, how much, vegetable, and that's how them talk. So our players in Jamaica are different kettle of fish. That's not how them talk. Them just want something to eat. So them belly
So they
full.
don't have an, like, we can give you a nutritionist at you. We can work with the club and give them economical way, to eat, if them discipline, because these players, I think they are going to miss major opportunities if them don't do some of these things. I'm going to give you an example. You know that me look at Busy and I can see that Busy is Christopher Ainsworth is a youth to me who look like him a put on weight, like him a work out, him a put some work in him thing. You can identify some of the players in the league where you can see. I remember what's his name, Lovell Palmer is an example. People look at Lovell Palmer when he left Jamaica, when he come back Jamaica, Brian. You look at them. So we need to, the whole attitude of the footballers, I think, really need.
Well, look on Wiley Boo. Wiley Boo was like 2 times the size he was when he leave Jamaica.
Exactly. Same thing with Bibi. All of these guys, same thing with Bibi, So I don't know why. That's one of the things are going to knock the ballers far, man. We need to work on a craft.
So I would have think, say, a footballer would have understand, say, first of all, he's supposed to keep himself in a certain condition, certain fitness. So you see some footballer in Jamaica, when they go up and break, then come back with belly. I mean, I say, belly? What them don't do no workout at all between when football stop and when training session. A lot of footballers, them believe that they must come to my training session and me must take care of them to make them get fit. When they come and tell me that give them a program, I run them, he said, no, I'm not supposed to be in charge of your fitness. You come here fit, I'm teach you for play. Me don't want to waste the time. The time when me I go waste to get you fit. The time we spend is waste of time. We must do a teach you how to play in all of that time and how to get better as a player, not to come teach you to get fit where you can run up and down by yourself. So I don't mind carrying you over the edge in terms of fitness. But you come at 10% and we must carry you to 100. You must come at least 70 where you can do by yourself. And then we do the rest. 70, 80 and we do the rest. That's how me think it should happen. But a lot of footballers don't think like that. Them feel say, when we're ready for train, we'll start get fit.
Dwight says the JPL ballers do not keep their body fat percentage less than 12%. This is something that they're talked to about the necessity of that and that. Like I know that when I used to play ball, they used to tell me like what to eat, when to have my last meal, what should not be in it, what should be in it, how long your body take to break down certain.
Where you used to play ball and tell them things?
Eh?
Where them used to tell you that you used to play ball?
In college.
Oh, college. Come think you don't tell me so them tell you that when you're Jamaica.
No, man. No, but some of them things are still. We never hear none of them details about when I run my team. I bring in a nutritionist at the lowest level to talk to my players. Them tell them what to eat, what not to eat, what time supposed to be a last
I won't
meal.
tell you who it is, but me I'll tell you one joke. I remember me on camp with some of the players there. Camp in a man's man. And when they come up on camp, them have food galore. Sometimes I get a chef to come stay with them and cook for them. I remember after me done cook up whole heap of meat and food and get the player them, and most of them eat up. One player come to me and ask me if me not cornflakes. I'm not joking. This is a player who play for national team. Yeah. And I was just like, oh God. So I try, but them other influences them just too great. But I think once you move them out of Jamaica, it's a whole different ballgame. And that is why we need to get them out fast and early.
Well, that I agree with. We have a caller coming in. But Brian, do Molines have a gym or a program?
No, we don't have a gym, but we have weights and we had a physical trainer. But we will have a gym this season though coming up. Or we will have access to a gym this season coming up. For sure.
All right. Welcome to the show, Manchester United himself.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yes, Mr. Listen, Mr. Speed. Mr. Speed right where I say about the ball, some of the ball of them Mannings, man. When they get break, then come back, they're not Jamaican ball, they're not disciplined until they come a foreign. When they come a foreign at that time, them know it's a different rule because the man in Jamaica have some lean. You see when him say, remember, you know, a guy can't say, me not go train in Jamaica, I can't say that over here, you know. You have to come a training. So, I see what I'm saying. But Mr. Speed, I feel I want to have management in a program, you know, of a
Soldier, I set me up in a soldier. Where the man them things said.
Now bring him. Yeah,
Yeah.
Soldier, man, you set me up, soldier.
No, me not set you up, man, but me I talk truth, man. Mr. Speed, no quality man to work with, you know. So you know, say you are look out interest at Jamaican football you want to see, you know, and so I right thing you do, you know, you do a good thing. So man like you needed, man, even from the parish level right up, I want to talk to Danny to tell Danny, say Danny, have this man on your board because him can do a lot of stuff in parish. Him can organize a lot of stuff. So I've been paying boys like how Mr. Speed in a Kingston and St. Andrews. Mr. Speed I do a good job for Cavalier. I just so you know, you have to have people like gonna run in a you can't have a waste, just attack and a waste and
I can cut off.
I'm right, Mr. Speed. Yeah?
No man, for us to you're correct. For us to progress, you have to have the best people. It's not like it's a science, you know. The first rule of management is to employ the best people. So you hear people talk all the time, oh, him have the best player. So why you not have the best player? So you're not good if you not get to my best player. So the best people must be working at all time. That's how you have the best organizations. That it goes hand in hand. I agree with you.
Yeah, that's so true because the right thing that because when me look, me see Mannings man really do a good job and I look out for the interest of Jamaican football and at people like that we want in the organization because some of them are within the organization with a speed. You know you might not go talk. Some of them are waste of space so really in the organization. It don't really make sense that them did it. But because I know you I know you a long time, Mr. Speed, where you know a long time. I know you from you still a gleaner?
No.
Oh, no, from him time, you know, so I show him say, you always do a good job and you love football. And that me like, you know, me like no anti-man will love footballing. And I look out for football interest, you know. So that's when I say, but who will man them where they don't really love football, they just love for where they can get, but you love football, don't you love football? Quite a few love football with them, but some man where they don't love football, you know. Them just look for see and tag a war, but Mannings man love football. I mean need to see man like Mannings man. You draw Mannings man pan the board up there, and that I'm talk with Danny if you see that Mannings man the pan there.
Me I got you call up. Don't worry yourself. Me I draw Mannings man.
Artist.
Yeah man, you know you into that Mr. Speed, yeah?
Man say now. So he say now he go rush the brush and waste the paint, sir. You go do a good painting of Mannings, man. You understand me?
Well, and tomorrow, you might not go. You know, I might not go your family for 2 days because I fly go Spain tomorrow because I watch a match down there because we have to go support the team because we can't get back stuff because boy, I mean I know what.
So we have a job for you know. When you fly go and North London. Very important. When you go down to North London,
listen,
when you find a club named Arsenal, they must.
I know Arsenal, man. Me have a friend when my season ticket over Arsenal. What happened?
Me need to talk to him because we have some players. We have a player in the Premier League team that want to represent Jamaica that we need to talk to right now.
Who that?
Reese.
Reese.
Yeah.
Okay.
Today we want to talk to
boy know Reese. All right. Me hold on. Let me see when I can join that youth here.
No. Talk to him and then call me back, man.
All right, cool.
All right then.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah. All right. So, Mr. Speed, Fresh God is asking why the Tier 2 and the JPL don't start at the same time.
It's two reasons. One, you see the transfer window. There's a transfer window cutoff point for the Premier League. And what we do after that transfer point, that window cutoff, we try to get the amateur teams and Tier 2 teams are extra 3, sometimes it's 4 weeks, 2, 3, 4 weeks. So the players that the Premier League teams would have cut from their squad will be able to transfer down to these teams. So to make sure that those players that get cut are not idle. So that is one of the reasons why we don't start at the same time, one off. But also, the Tier 2 competition is a shorter competition than the Premier League, and we have the same finish time, which we try to equate them back somehow here. So that is really the reasons.
Okay. All right. So that answered the question.
Oh,
all right.
in addition, the truth is, we try to not to start those Tier 2 competition until Moline and Lancaster Cup finish, because then we just don't have enough referee or facility or infrastructure to deal with those games on a Saturday, and the Moline and Lancaster Cup played on a Saturday too. That's the third reason. Sorry, I didn't remember that.
Yeah, we have a call online, Dwight. But Dwight, hold on. Brian, did Moline's football team use Jamintel Field? I think that's what the person is asking.
Did they use what?
Jamintel Field.
No, I don't know. Maybe it have a different name, but we train now at
Justice Park.
Yeah.
No, why the person asking you that, Brian, is because remember where you used to train first. Jamintel is right
Jamintel. Oh, I didn't know that they call around you so that.
Yeah, you used to call it Jamintel, but that's an old person, because a long time. That person and me are the same age, man.
Let me say who did that. It's an old person asked a question.
Me and them are the same age.
Julian.
Generation X.
Yeah, I'm in the same age group, you know.
Yeah, Generation X, that, not Z, yeah. X.
But I have an article about Ronaldo Cephas, but I'm going to let Dwight speak and then I read that article. Go ahead, Dwight.
Yeah, what going about this, man? So, one of the suggestions to improve the fitness and some of the professionalism of the JPL players. Not sure if you want to get Jadko involved. Do 48 hours before the match random alcohol and drug testing in playoff games. And you'll see some man start drop and some man start shape up. Because right now, a lot of what goes on, as you say, is the lifestyle, right? And a lot of the players are doing the lifestyle of normal young, which the minute they go overseas, them can't do at all.
Hey, so what happened, Dwight? Caller, when you have listened to the program, and if somebody is on the phone when you are calling direct, you're going to cut them off. So please just wait until the call finish, all right? Don't try to bump your call. Sorry, go ahead, Dwight.
Yeah, so most of these players, especially if you go to university at the top Division 1 NCAA schools in the US, and if you go to professional clubs overseas, they have random, first of all, you have a fitness exam that you have to pass, and you have random drug and alcohol testing that they do. So for players who want to be professional and think they are professional, these are things that you just have to become a normal lifestyle habit. So if it's not started in their late teens or their teenage years, it's going to struggle for them, because that's why you're going to see them go overseas and come right back, because they didn't have the habits going when they're training. So just my 2 cents on it
Good,
on how they improve
good
it. So,
suggestion. I'm going to find out from Mr. Speed so you can listen on, so we can take some more do it. Always some very good suggestion. Thanks.
Yeah. So Lakeman
yeah,
saying
I
is
think
just
Mr. Speaker,
45. Lakeman saying not old man is man, he's just 45.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, man.
So
Go
you're
ahead,
at
go
the
ahead.
Julian, you're at the perfect age. 45 is the perfect age.
Yeah, go ahead, Dwight.
and if Mr. Speaker let us know the teams that are in the JPL second tier. I know I said 10 or 14 were registered. Another suggestion on that, perhaps even if the league is started later, the 2 teams that are getting regulated from the JPL, maybe have them go in the second tier and have a chance to stay up. Because now you're really bringing up the 2 best teams to the JPL. Just as they do that in, I believe, Finland or either Finland or one of the Scandinavian leagues. They bring the 2 teams that are regulated from the top league go down to the second league in a playoff to stay up or go down.
They do it
Just a
in Germany.
suggestion.
In Germany, what happened? I think the third team plays against some of the teams getting promoted to try and stay up. But yeah, I don't like that. If you finish at the, if 3 teams are going to get relegated and you finish down there, you're whoosh out of here. I don't think you should be given a chance to get back in. But let me take a couple more, Dwight. And thing. So Mr. Speed and Brian, do we do random drug testing or test for alcohol and the sensimania?
Not us, but all our players are registered with what their name, Brian?
Jadco?
Jadco.
Yeah, and they call us to meetings, and sometimes we're not still, but they try to keep us abreast of what is happening with the athletes. So the athletes, they have the names, so they are the ones who will do the random drug testing if they feel like. It's a very expensive procedure though. Something that we just couldn't afford at the club level. We just couldn't afford it. So Jadco is the one who is empowered to come and test whenever they feel like.
Oh, okay. I see somebody saying that alcohol is not a banned substance, but we have Danny Dread online. Alcohol is not a banned substance, so a man can drink all some. A man can drink all white rum and them thing there before they play about. Me never know that, man.
Yeah,
You
but
think
it's
alcohol
not
is
a
a banned?
performance. It's a performance enhancing.
So
Alcohol is not performance enhancing.
I never know that. So you see a man can drink whole heap of rum and all tipsy and run out same way? I never know that. So you can't drink and drive, but you can drink and play a ball. I never know that. You learn something every day.
Well, I don't think you should because you might just injure yourself and injure other people.
This buddy said that players in the top flight in
Yeah.
England drink alcohol regularly. Danny Jet, go ahead.
Yeah, man. Good afternoon to you and the panel. Mr. Speed, big up yourself.
Big up yourself.
So, man, you have someone here from Moline.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I need to ask him a question.
Go ahead.
Like, Molines are my boyhood club, you see me? Two over Taran. I all used to in the wall and we go through any field. Anyway, now. As a matter of fact, me Google Molines the other day. But me see this club now start 1990. Thereabout. So I want to know now why half of the history throw away from Molines. Because like me grew up in the 70s, I me used to over Molines with Molines right at Justice Sierra Park. As a matter of fact, 1970 about 3-4. I can remember we go Portmore and we see a thing named Corner League. And we come back and we plan a Corner League. For Molines Corner League it did name. This is about 73, 74, I tell you. I probably had the first Corner League keeping at Kingston and St. Andrew. And we'd have side like from Barbican, it kind of spell right. And we have like, I want to tell you, say, all Ruddy Adidas and Rasta Juggler, and them man they used to play in the Corner League there. Anyway, now, I want to know why, what happened, why the club start over from 1990 and a part of the history they gone with Yes, Sammy.
All right, let's find out from Brian because he's here. So, Brian, go ahead.
Yeah.
Why Moline is listed on Google as started 1990?
Yeah, Marins. Firstly, I wasn't even born in 1970, so I don't even know what transpired during that time. But I suppose maybe in 1990 is when the club would have probably had their first, I guess, really recognized structure or a more modern type of structure based on that time. Maybe that's the reason why or maybe the person who put up information is only aware of the club being formed at that time or the existence of the club from that time. But I don't know why they would.
Hear this.
But I don't know if the club being started
You
in
need to
19.
check out. Hear me now. Because you don't really know a lot about that. So you need to check out these things now. Why and somewhere, somehow, you incorporate a part of the history there. Because them used to play like Sid Bartlett, all of them league there. Major League, them like once that remember when they reached Major League.
No, but Danny Tread, what was the name
Them
of
like was once
Danny Tread? What was the name of the club though?
and that me I tell you now, say it may have Molines and it may be Molines United, Molines FC, Molines whatever. But at the same Molines place, same place, everything. Somehow, me think the history should have incorporated.
No,
Like
no man. Hear me I say no, Danny.
We ain't no manins.
All right.
Like how we know some Speed Club 1960 must be 2. You get me? All of the history there. None no drop off with Mr. Duncan and everything. We get the history right from the date when it start. Now, if you have a little name change from United to FC, I don't think it should have dumped the history.
No, we're not saying that dump. I am saying that the history should not be dumped. We're not saying that, but what I am saying is that what was the original name from 1973? Are you not sure?
Probably, me not sure, but me not say Molines United, that thing. What name now? Molines FC?
It's Molines United Football Club, right?
No.
Brian?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Molines United Football Club is the name right now.
Tell me if I'm around there, man there with the history, man. I just show me kind of change location and thing. You get me? I have one question for Mr. Speed. I don't know if I can go there.
Yeah, man. Go on, man.
It more have to do with the national setup and thing.
I don't see much.
Mr. Speed.
He's not. I mean, he was sitting there, so I'm not sure if he's hearing you right now. But if you ask a question, he's back. Go ahead, Danny Dread. Go ahead with the question.
Yeah. Now may I ask Mr. Speed something. These logistics problem that we're having, may I start to wonder if it come from the technical committee getting these squad together so late. Because I think for buy a plane ticket, you have to have the name of the people and all these things. So I wonder if this logistics thing really come down from the lateness of the technical committee. I don't know if Mr. Speed can give me a little insight.
All right, then, Danny. So you can just listen, so we can take a couple more. All right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
All right,
bless up everybody. Yeah.
All right, cool. Bless up, Danny Dread. Yeah, Mr. Speed, you unmute and answer. Danny Dread is asking if part of the hiccup, if the hiccup is caused because of the technical committee late in naming the squads.
Everybody will have to blame the technical committee. You know, I'm going to stop company showing us so they won't see me if they ask me these questions. Technical committee don't name squad. Technical committee does not pick squad. Technical committee make recommendations for the coach. But after it passes, that's it, and we might implement policies that we want to have effective. But we don't pick squad, and we don't have anything to do with the operation, the daily operation in the day. If something happen, like when players not go on flight, or yes, the administration work, the training start late, or the coach start late, and it affect the technical performance, then it come back to us when we do that debriefing of the coach for each tour, and then at that time we will make recommendation again for them to fix them. But no, Danny, not us.
All right, Danny Dread, here get the answer to the question. We have a next caller, online caller. Good afternoon. Welcome to I Am Sure Sport. Caller, you have to listen to. Oh, caller gone. Hey, listen, I have this update from Ronaldo Cephas. He says, this is Cephas. He says, Ronaldo Cephas from Jamaica is Scopey's new discovery when it comes to foreign footballers. The winger plays well in the first Macedonian Football League, and that brings him a potential transfer after the end of the current season. He says the 23-year-old Jamaican came to the chair in 2022 from the Arnett Garden side and has his first European adventure. He has played 23 matches in the PMFL so far, in which he scored 10 goals and recorded 2 more assists. And he also stood out in the European matches when he scored a goal for Maksimir against Dynamo Zagreb for a draw. All that attracted interest from clubs from several European countries. Considering that Cephas is under a valid contract with Scoopy after the end of the current season, the team from Cheer will listen to offers for him. So far, teams from Greece, Turkey, and France from championships that are at higher level than the first Macedonian Football League have inquired about Cephas. Scoopy has so far hit several players from the American continent and from Africa, so it will not be a surprise if Cephas takes a step forward in his career and the current Macedonian champion receive a good salary, it says. All right, so that's a little bit of update on Ronaldo Cephas. This caller was calling in, so that is good news for the baller.
Well,
all right.
I mean,
Go ahead, Mr. Speed.
No, I mean, it's not a salary the club would receive for Cephas. It would be a transfer fee.
Yeah, transfer fee. Yeah, all right.
And I hope Arnett get their portion of the transfer fee.
Yeah, Donald Garden. I see Donald Garden in the chat from you see this number. If you look, you see Fresh God put up the number for Donald Garden to call in, and Late Man can also call in. So Fresh God is going to put up the number. You look for it. Dial in the number. Donald Garden from Reno want to talk to you. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Yes, man. Bless up yourself.
Yeah, man. Blessings.
Big up Ryan and Mr. Steve.
Brian, not Ryan. Brian.
My apologies. Brian?
Yeah, and Mr. Speed. Yeah, man. Go ahead. But caller, you can't listen to, you have turned off, you're listening to the program, and so you're responding late because you're listening to the program and there's a delay. So if you can pause what you're listening to and then go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I was originally from Jerusalem, so I usually play for Marvel, the youth program, and they usually go to Pembrokeshire, so we usually have like
Caller?
Right on that. You know?
All right, caller, we haven't. We're not hearing it. So what is happening is that what we're hearing is like the program is going on in the background. So let me hang up and then let me hang up and you try and call back and you have to turn off because when you're on the program you're actually hearing what is going on. So hang up and call us back. All right. All right. So let's see if we can do that. And like I said, Danny Dread. You can't send me no voice note, because I can't listen, You have to call back Danny Dread and give us the update. All right. Yes, Jeremy, and welcome to the show.
Yes, man. Even man, thanks, man. First, man, I gotta I gotta give a big shout out to you. Your program is getting better and better, and I commend you for the great work you're doing. It's not no railway and railway. You actually do some real work. So I gotta give you much respect and lots of big up.
Thank you, sir.
Um, Cranky again was on your program the other night. That man is a work. I mean, trust me, he is smart and intelligent. He know what he's talking about. And so I commend you. For bringing him on the panel. So keep up the good work what you're doing. I have a message from Mr. Speed. Is he still there?
Yeah, man. He's still here.
The other day, I was listening to Mr. Chunk speaking about people getting misinformation, and he was saying that it's not really his job to. I'm not quite sure exactly what I said, but for me personally, the last I say 3 to 4 months, I give the JFF lots of props. I think you guys are going in the right direction, and I just like what I see going on, and I wish you guys can keep it up. But if there's misinformation going on and you guys see it, I think you guys should come out immediately and knock it off. We just don't want no more bad, what you call it. I mean, and I know this is not your expert. This is not your role. But as soon as you guys see some foolishness coming up, just come out, and knock it down. What
Yeah,
you say?
I agree with something. I agree with you. I mean, I'm such on agree with a lot of things, but yeah, we have to inform the public that it's not true because even like the last ridiculous one where the bus took the girls from the airport, drove for 22 and a half minutes. I can't tell you the time that it took. Somebody was saying that the girls walk. If anybody walk that a bus drive for 22 and a half minutes, you're talking about 2.5 hours, 3 hours, which was just ridiculous. But people just wanted to have that out there for whatever reason. And I think what is happening now, why the claims are getting more ridiculous, is because we're tightening up so much on everything and doing so much better. People just don't even know, they must have to start a rumor like, we have a chartered flight to go to with the girls, get the girls down. You hear so we not book a ticket on the airline that is going in that direction. It's true because we're not going on commercial airlines, so we charter a plane. So you are 100% correct. But I'm sure that they feel so stupid now that they'll soon start to try and talk the truth. I'm hoping.
Yes,
Yeah,
Jeremy.
man. I just hope you guys just come out and knock it down right away. But just you guys just keep on doing what I do, and we have the fans. I'm 100%. Behind you guys as long as we're doing, uh, on the right thing. We are behind the team 100%. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
I'll go on to your thing, sir. All right.
All right. Yeah, man. All right, Jeremy. Thanks for the call. Appreciate it. All right. So that was Jeremy for you. All right. The other caller. So, Mr. Gardner from Reno. Mr. Speed, I just got some information where Reno has to actually submit their registration because the one that was submitted, some information was sent out that if they don't have it rectified with the stamp from the parish FA, they will not be allowed to participate in Tier 2. Let's see. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Smith. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man. Who do we have
My
online?
name is Donald Gordon.
Mr. Garden, this is the man from Reno, man.
Yes, boss.
All right, wonderful. All right, Mr.
I
Garden.
just want before you even go any further, it is just not a good moment to talk. I tell you what happened. Nothing. My battery is in the red. I must tell you that before you start, and I don't want it to be felt that I am being disrespectful. And the second thing is that I am not actually in the parish of Westmoreland. I took my mother to Montego Bay to do an eye surgery, so I am actually at the clinic just now.
Okay.
But nevertheless, I will just spare a few minutes because I think Reno needs to speak in a choir at some other point in time. But I'll just spend a few minutes just now, sir, based on what you
Right.
you may have
All right. So let me just quickly go. The latest information is that a registration was sent to the competitions committee for Reno or the JFF, one of those places, for Reno to participate in the Tier 2. But it got there without the stamp from the Westmoreland FA, or it did, and it didn't have the signature. And so
of the president.
from the president and
Of the president.
right from the president, and information was sent out that it needs to go back through that process by today, or else Reno will not participate in the Tier 2. Where are things at?
All right. I must tell you that it's so true. And I must tell everybody that we took the document to the Parish Association, and it was taken by Mr. Patrick, the Vice President and General Manager, and the President had refused on signing. He has refused on signing, and in a conversation with the President of Reno, Mr. Wendell Townsville, he asked, and he said that we should send them to Kingston, as he will be taking this to the attention of the General Secretary, that the President of the Parish has refused on signing. So that was how it got.
Okay.
And there's so much to say now. There's so much to say. I don't want to get emotional over this issue as it relates. I heard the president on this very same platform recently, and I wish to address these issues. I thought I would have stayed away, but I think mail calling was done, and I think it's very unfortunate that all these incidents had happened. And it is last year while Reno was preparing themselves for the Tier 2 competition, and persons came. The president of Reno, in saving the face of football, he took the blunt, but I probably would not have done that. Because all these players that had played for Mannings and otherwise, who came to the trading of Reno, they were threatened by the president of the Parish Association that they should not go to Reno because Reno will not be going into any Tier 2 competition. And these things are things that need to be out in the public domain. And there's so much more. All that is happening, the president is saying that we need to have a registration that is saying Reno FC. The criteria of the JFF is that you must be incorporated. There has never been an incorporation for Reno FC. There has never ever been in the history of Reno an incorporation for Reno FC. It was registered when Reno started. It started out as Killer Kid in 1972. It went on in 1973 and became Reno. Was named by Junior Bailey in 1973. Then they said that they had male and female amongst them, so they called it RAS, Reno All Stars. When Reno won their very first 2 championships, they were playing on the Reno All Star because nothing had changed. It's a media name. Reno FC, it's a media name. It has never ever been. When Bim Williams registered Reno, it was Reno Football and Sports Club Jamaica Limited. That was its very first time it was registered, incorporated, right? And then Reno had changed. The president in a letter to Reno, and I don't like to talk in the first minute without showing facts. Fact is what is critical in these things. A letter sent to Reno, and I just ask you to please forward your email to me so I'll be able to forward, because I wish to share. The president said that if we bring a letter from those persons who were shareholders of the then Reno Football and Sports Club Jamaica Limited, then that would have been. We brought a letter to the Parish Association with that. We brought lawyer Morgan as a lawyer who just fit with us. You know, when we went to the president's office, the president said, I'm going to tell you what is happening in the parish. The president says, when you come here to this office, this is my court. I dictate whatever is said inside here. And I can bring people to that. He's determined who is to come to the office. He told President Dozell that Gordon, Wilson, or Moline must not come to the Parish Association office. And he said, all right, I will send Mr. Chambers. These are the things that are happening in the Westmoreland Football Association. And I have much more to say. But today may not be the day. As I said, I don't have no battery on the road that I will be able. But whatever happens, happens. See Med Forest today does not carry the signature of Casafa, but is allowed to play in the Premier League, in the Tier 2 competition. Does not. We have paid the money to the first. We went to register under 15 competition for the under 15 competition, and we were just very much denied by the president also. So these things are not coming out in the public domain. We wrote to the JFF last year asking for mediation as it relates to the name. Today, the JFF has not set a platform to mediate. Where is our football going? Right? If you have an opinion, I have an opinion. The JFF is a parent body. We are sending something to a competitions committee to mediate into a situation that requires. I brought the documents upon the instruction of the executive. I brought documents to JFF substantiating when Reno did their first registration as Football Club Reno, right? They paid the certificate of license, their license certificate under the signature of the current president and former general secretary.
He said that it was brought to him by night. He said he saw the error. He was promised by the
No. Wrong road. Wrong. I'll stop you right there because I'm going to address that issue. If I bring something to you and the word FC Reno FC is incorrect, draw a line through it, sign it, write the correct thing, sign it, and move on. The president.
Mines, that's the same point I made to you on the show.
Sign the document. The president signed the document. Stamp the document. And the gentleman said he's going to take it legally now because he called his name publicly and he didn't bring any document to him. It was the then chairman who acted on Reno's behalf. In 2017, Reno got the certificate. They played in the Premier League. In 2018, 2019, Reno played in the Premier League under the president's signature. In 2019, when the league was stopped, they were playing the Super League under the president's signature. Tell me what happened now. Tell me what is happening now. What's the difference? Is it because Donald Gordon, who was a part of the WSA with Everton Tomlinson, knocked out against certain things and left it why everybody is being sabotaged? Is it because Reno never had not, the president claimed that Reno had not voted for him in the election?
Hello?
Please send me an email address because when you talk, Mr. Manningsman, I want you to speak from the platform of information that is out there.
Okay.
The president said anything, if a document is not correct, draw a line through it. When you can't play for 3 seasons under the name and then all of a sudden it is wrong.
So
a certificate is a genuine document.
All right, I know your battery is going to die. So what I want to ask is, will Reno be able to play in the Tier 2 given the information from the competitions director, Mr. Campbell, at this, which is saying that it must be sent. So what is the solution?
If the president, if the document that is required by the JIF, the constitution of Reno is in FC Reno. The registration with the company that is a must that you must have is into FC Reno. I want to know how can we operate from Reno FC, right? I want to know how can we operate from Reno.
And all of this is because I know there's a new company, there's a new the club licensing program that the JFF offer. So you're saying all of that information is on the FC Reno?
It's on the FC Reno. It's under FC Reno.
Okay.
And it is sad that in 2017, when a license was established, I'll tell you something. When I was asked to assist Reno in their restructure, I said, Reno, I only have 2 years. I don't have much time. I have so much things to do. But I can give you 2 years of mine. When we got there, I said to them, do you have an annual general meeting? They said, I said, you must keep an annual general meeting. We have to start that process just now. The president was invited to come. He came. He sat there. He said to them that as of today, we must have unity to build this parish. Those were his words. We must come together to build this parish. The following year, Reno was having their annual general meeting. We wrote to the president. No return communication came. I saw the president one day. We were attending a meeting at Manning. At the association's office. When we got there, I said, Mr. President, did you get a letter as well? He said, yes, but there are some things wrong and he will not attend. What I said, Mr. President, a communication team. Things went wrong from the last AGM. The association had not taken time out to write to Reno to say that something is wrong as the president. To say something is wrong and this must be addressed for us to go forward. Tell me something with the communication. How do we intend to develop a product to go forward? Those were my words to him. And he told me he would not be attending because he did whatever happened at the last meeting. Reno is an incorporated entity. It's a registered entity. The president said to me, if you are having an AGM, me must call the AGM. And me must call the AGM. And me direct how the AGM is run. Those were his words.
Okay, so as it stands right now, this deadline that has been given, basically Reno can't meet it, because the president is not going to sign it if it says FC Reno.
Well, the JFF needs it. I would ask the JFF in one big word. Is based on whatever. I would want the same preference that is given to Medforest in order to be given to Reno until it is sorted out. You see what is going to happen here in Westmoreland? Not going to be easy enough in a certain manner. It is not going to be easy. And part of the crime breeding aspect is based on the development of sports within the parish. The entire Jamaica is awaiting, not just Jamaica alone, on the return of Reno. Reno has started work on their homegrown as dictated by the president in terms of going. They're putting in their office. They are trying to get their youth program going in order to be recognized with starting a new. You know what caused me to cry the other day?
Cry?
Reno launched a website.
Cry?
Yes, man, literally, I cried. I tell you what caused me to do that. Reno put up a website, as in fcreno.net. We have moved away from the domain of Gmail and all those because of continuity, because when someone leaves, all the information leaves with them. So we have given everybody their email address. Simple means on the domain of fcreno.net. When we put that website up, we got a letter coming out of Africa. I lodged it with the JFF. We got an email that they want to send, and it was an agency who said that they wanted to send persons to Jamaica to train with Reno. And these were agencies that were placing people across Nigeria, Ghana, and South Africa. So they wanted to send people to come here to train with Reno in Jamaica and move forward.
Yeah. But
so therefore, our people would have gotten an opportunity. And these are the things that are going to happen now when we're killing the interest of even under 15 youth to play in a competition.
Also, Reno will not be allowed to participate as it is. They are not allowed to play in the under 15.
They were denied registration. Reno was denied registration.
Was that matter shared with the JFF complaints? I don't know what you call it.
I wrote to the JFF. I wrote even last night when a number of persons gathered and they said based on the letter. Because I checked my email at 10 o'clock yesterday morning, never saw anything. When I got back home and I checked the Reno email, I saw something came from Kimber. I made several attachments and sent it off to the JFF. I made several attachments as the history of the things were coming down, sent it off to Mr. Kimber.
So my other question is, why does the president have an issue with whether the team is called Reno FC, FC Reno, Reno All-Star, Reno United, Reno Soccer Club? What would be the problem with the name?
Only God alone could have answered that question. Only God alone could have answered that question. And I don't want to speak of rumblings on the ground. I don't want to speak about rumblings on the ground.
Yes.
There's one thing.
I'm going to send you the email because, to be fair to Mr. Tomlinson, he said that everything he said was accurate. And he said, I asked him, you're calling people's name. If you listen to the interview, I said, listen, please let us move away from Reno because everything was going back to Reno. He said that, listen, I will say what I have to say and you can ask anybody to come on. He did say that. So I want to make sure that you give, because this is contradicting a lot of what he said. So that is the issue right now.
Mr. Tomlinson has said things personal, and I am not afraid to say this part of it. Mr. Tomlins has taken things personal. That Mr. Tomlins has gone to my wife, to say that all Gordon is doing is sending emails. And if he should ever talk, and I'm saying this publicly, and if he should ever talk, that I told him that I was going to leave my wife for another woman. He had gone to her workplace to tell her that.
Mr. Gardner, I don't think you want to put that. This is
No. My wife, it doesn't mean nothing to her. You know why? She had that for over a year and never.
Yeah, but those are I don't think, just to keep it professional. I mean, just out of respect for your wife and for you, I don't think we should bring up that issue. Let's keep it to more footballing, stuff. You understand?
I wish we could keep it as professional as possible and doing all the little things. I went to the conference as my first move to the conference.
Here's what I'm going to do. Because I like what you propose, because I want to solve this, which is allow us, meaning Reno, the opportunity to play under the same sort of conditions that Med Forest, though they have been banned by CASAFA or removed from CASAFA, they are being allowed to play. I like the proposal of allow Reno to play until the matter is resolved. All right. So I think that is where we need to go. So I want to reach out to the persons in the JFF that they should send out something to say. If the only issue is the name change, allow them to play until the matter is resolved. And the option of not having them play should not be considered. So let them play and then seek to resolve the issue. Show them the same privilege that Med Forest has been shown. Right. All right. And then after that, I like that solution to the situation. What I'm going to ask you to do is, like I said, that your battery is down and all this kind of thing. I think it would be, if you had more time so you can deal with issues and present the facts, because I have received, like I said, the person from like George's playing actually presented emails that contradicted some of what Mr. Tomlinson said about George's playing, not participating as a team in the playoff. Instead, Tuscany Warriors were there. He presented information. I'm going to send to you my email address, and at a time convenient to you, you can call, you can come back on and explain all of these things and the line of communication and timeline. Because what is also important is for us to know at what point did you report to the JFF that there was an issue, that your under 15 team, what was the response, and what is the time frame? Yeah.
Mr. Bennett.
Yes, sir.
We wrote to the Georges and I will even send that very same letter we wrote to Mr. Wint last year in 2022, asking for a resolve to a situation, to this impasse.
Mr. Wint, Mr. Dalton Wint was it then?
Dalton Wint as General Secretary, right?
Okay.
As there's an impasse, and simple means it needs dialogue. We sat, we had not spoken, and well, as I said, I will use the hearsays and the what, because I think we need to get that. Right. But we sent that to Mr. Wint and whatever. The next thing, the only communication we got from Mr. Wint was that they have forwarded to the competitions committee to make a decision. And I was lost for all that there may be. Right, because the competitions committee is supposed to be acting based upon something that has gone to them.
So that's what I want to know. What I want to know is who is responsible for that aspect of things. In other words, is it the General Secretary who is tasked with the responsibility of being arbitrator in these matters, or is it the competitions committee?
For all liking, I think the competitions committee is there, because what it does, and you have, but even if it's a competitions committee, it is
we, yes, ma'am. May I tell you? May I tell you? Okay, all right. First thing is,
You have to go.
I will have to talk back to you. Yeah, I'm
Yes.
going to have to go.
Yeah,
Just
man,
come
not
to
a
get the phone
problem. We'll
number.
pick up the conversation next
Yes.
time, and I will send you the information that you ask her. All right? Thanks, sir.
All right, thanks very much.
Yeah, man.
All right.
All right. So, people, that is what we try to do. We try to bring a resolution, and if someone from the JFF who is in this portfolio can address the matter, would appreciate that, which is very simple. Could Reno be allowed to play under FC Reno until, because I think the biggest thing is to get football going. Then after that, you can resolve the naming issue. All right, we have our next caller coming in. Kyle, welcome to the show.
Yeah, hi, Manins.
Yeah,
Good
man.
afternoon
Good
to
afternoon.
your viewers. Good program. I mean, to be honest, all of your programs have been excellent, man. I've been watching them, and I tell you, man, I'm in love with the work that you do.
Thank you,
But
sir.
I'd like to make a comment real quick because I watched the program with
Mr.
the
Tomlinson,
president.
yeah.
Yeah, well, everything. But what struck me though was a comment that that the president made, Mr. Ricketts.
Yeah.
When he said that the parish FAs write their own constitution. I mean, to me, nothing is wrong with that. But the question is it congruent or is it in harmony with the FIFA constitution, with the JFF constitution? Because if these parish FAs are writing dictatorial constitutions where they can abuse, their clubs in their parishes, then you have a problem. And if the GFF is not doing anything about it, then the question is the GFF a paper tiger? Are they beholden to these parish FAs for whatever reason? And that's the heart of the matter. Because I can't believe that this gentleman is sitting there all these years or months, and the GFF isn't aware of it. I can't believe that. So the question is, what is the GFF doing about it? It's simple as that.
Yeah, it's a very good question, because when you think about even what happened in Casafa, where Casafa said they are going to Med Forest, because they have chosen to play in a JFF stipulated competition, they have lost their affiliation to Casafa. Does that mean that Casafa has greater authority over the clubs in their jurisdiction than the JFF does? So it's very so how can their constitution allow them to do that, but the JFF constitution is not big enough to override it and say no, you cannot,
do that.
Yeah.
And
remove their
their
affiliation, because
sanctions.
if you remove their affiliation, you have removed your affiliation from the JFF, which means you have removed your affiliation for FIFA. So none of your competitions are FIFA affiliated and JFF affiliated. So I would love to know how that whole process works.
Because FIFA mandates that the JFF or the football organization of any country is the arbitrator of football in their island or in their jurisdiction. It could be island, it could be nation, it could be the sea, it could be the moon. FIFA mandate stipulates that. So what is going on in Jamaica? And is that the problem with our football, where these parish FAs believe that they're a law unto themselves and the JFF can't tell them nothing? It's the other way, meaning that they dictate to the JFF what must be done?
Yeah, you know what I want to find out? Let me see.
I don't know.
Brian, is Molines United an affiliate of Casafa?
Anyway, Manins, I gotta run. My phone is dying also.
Hey, what happened to these people and their phone batteries, man? All right, Kyle.
I'm sorry. Later, I promise.
What happened to the people and the phone batteries? Brian, is Molines an affiliate of Casafa? Not hearing from Brian. Look like he's not there. All right, so let's.
So, man.
Yeah.
Let's try to say make answer the person. While the parish association write their own constitution, there's certain parameters that they can't go around. Like you have to have elections at certain time, positions, and it must be democratic. There's a procedure. Um, so it's not like them can just do anything they want.
Oh, okay.
But there's some things that them can actually, then something that can actually skew a little bit different from the JFF constitution and the FIFA constitution.
And then, is there any? I think we asked the president and Mr. Chung this question. Is there any plan, though, Mr. Speed, to at least get all the parishes, even if it's not similar to what the JFF have, but that at least all the parishes have like some core things that are similar right across the board? Because every parish can be like, I don't want to a parish by themselves in terms of the constitution, because it's going to be inconsistent.
Correct. So what is happening is that, yes, everybody must bring them constitution in line, but because the JFF was writing their own constitution, then everybody was waiting on that constitution to finish. Then they will structure their constitution so it is not that variance. In any way, there's always the appeals bodies of the JFF that can be used, that can override any parish constitution that they might, or any point that they might have written in their constitution. So
there's actually an appeals body that, like for example, the Reno people, is that do you write to the, suppose I have an issue in St. Anne as an example, do I write to the GenSec, the competitions committee, or there's an appeal body that I don't know who do you write to address the issue you have? Because it sounds like the Westmoreland person wasn't sure, because he said
every issue that you have, you must write it to the General Secretary at JFF. He's the entry point for every single thing. He will send it to the respective department or committee that it's supposed to go to.
Okay. So they did take the right path, because he did say they wrote to the former GenSec. Okay, so the pathway is, if you have a complaint at the parish level, you write to the General Secretary, and the General Secretary will then pass on the query, the appeal, the question to the relevant department in the JFF.
Or deal with it, depend on what it is.
Or deal with it. Okay. Cavaliers is still an affiliate of CASAFA.
Yes, it is.
I asked that. You understand why I asked that? Because why Molines have been denied their affiliation if CASAFA have club playing in the tier 1? Like that to me, like if you're not allowing the clubs to play in the tier 2, then you shouldn't allow them to play in the tier 1.
Okay.
Because I don't understand. Maybe if you can explain that to me.
Sure. Let me explain why. No club in the world, as a matter of fact, every single club in the world, once you're in the FIFA hierarchy of competition, you belong to FIFA. And what FIFA does is, Jamaica, as a MA, you have the right over every club in Jamaica. So it's JFF has the right over every single club in Jamaica. Then the JFF say, Parish Association, I'm going to recognize you as having the right over a club in your parish. But if one of the parish, for whatever reason, not online with something, then JFF has a right to take over the parish, just like FIFA has a right to take over the MA if they want. And JFF has a right to administer competition, including those clubs that is involved in that parish. Remember, at the end of the day, development is key. So if you have a rogue child in your home, that don't mean you shut down everything and don't allow anybody else to play. So that is why when CASAFA said they were not sanctioning Medforest signing transfer, signing nothing at all for Medforest to play in JFF tier 2, JFF said, okay, no problem, I'll do it, and they did it. Of course, JFF could take further steps against CASAFA, which they probably decided that they don't want to at this point in time, or because there's some conversation going on between the presidents to sort out the issue. But at the end of the day, JFF is all conquering and all powerful in football in Jamaica, and they have the final say.
Yeah, okay. All right. So the other question is because this is what the president of Reno is saying. All they're asking, he said, is the same kind of leniency or step that was taken in Medforest case, where those parish association were denying to approve their documents or their registration, the JFF has allowed them, like basically overstep them. And they are saying that, okay, can this be done for Reno and then try to seek out the naming issue afterwards instead of have them not playing for a second year in the tier 2?
Yeah, but Mannings,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that is what should be done. But Mannings, I think the problem, the greater problem is the JFF, by not intervening or not taking a strident action or allowing parish associations to act as rogue agents. Because there's no way a parish association should refuse to authenticate or approve documents for an affiliate without on the basis in which CASAFA chose to do against Medforest. And by the JFF saying that them going to they must send documents to them for them to approve and stuff, they are all but allowing CASAFA to act as a rogue agent within the whole footballing entity or sphere. So I don't think what Reno is asking now is unreasonable. I think they could be accommodated in that way. But Mannings, what's going to happen now is that you're going to have a precedent being set, and when the next situation arises, there will be no grounds to tell the next club that you're not granting them this favor, because the only reason why Reno can reference this favor, this instance, or this precedent, is because the JFF has allowed it to happen by extending that arm to Medforest, which in reality, it shouldn't be that way, because I don't think CASAFA have any grounds on which they are choosing to ban Medforest and to say that they are not sanctioning stuff for them. I don't think they should have that authority, because the CASAFA is an affiliate of the JFF.
Yeah.
Because I don't think if Jamaica is going to the World Cup and they need some documents to sign, them can say, I'm sending my documents to FIFA and not sending them to CONCACAF because our president and the CONCACAF president have some disagreement, and they say, or even before CONCACAF, when they used to have the CFU and if stuff need to go to the CFU, JFF could say, all right, I'm going beyond CFU and going to CONCACAF or FIFA to ask them to approve documents, and FIFA or CONCACAF would allow that to persist. I mean, they would have to come in and have a mediation session, and then they make a final ruling which is binding on all entities. And I think that's the mistake that the JFF people are making now.
Yeah. Cataract is making a point, Mr. Speed, just like in the English FA, that all clubs should be directly registered with the JFF and forget about the parish FAs as it relates to clubs. So in other words, that would mean that parish FA is not needed where the clubs are concerned in a tier 1 and tier 2 at any level.
So the JFF is mainly concerned with national teams and national competition. I mean, pretty soon, for the JFF to run really like a first world, they really need to get rid of the national competitions too. And that is why they were always trying to start up the PLC and PFJ, or whatever the name is, so they can hand over those to those entities and stick to national competition. You have to realize that even in England, I'm sure they have conference league. Don't they have conference league?
Yes, they have conference league.
Right. So when you go down to the parishes is mainly supposed to deal with amateur football. So JFF don't want to be dealing with amateur football, because that will be just too much hassle for a national organization to be with. National organization are really focused on elite players, elite youth and elite senior players. So the parish does serve a purpose, and I wouldn't agree for us to get rid of the parishes. It's just like to say JFF must be in charge of ISA too. No, we don't want to be in charge of ISA. So all of these different organizations serve a purpose, and it also builds capacity where you have people coming from those, presidents and gensec from those, build capacity. So one day the JFF will be able to choose the best of the best. So no, I don't agree with it. What I agree with, that they must recognize their space, where their places are, and adhere to it and help to develop the football. I am just at pains a lot of times when we have all of these conflicts. People just start all of these conflicts for no reason, and they don't want to sit down and iron them out. You remember last year we had the same problem with another club, and they seems to just always washing these linen in public. So I don't see the issue, to be honest. I don't see the issue why it can't be solved. To me, this is a non-issue. And I think, me have a favorite saying, old men speak and young men die. And it now stop. It was so 100 years ago, all of the wars then. And so it is now, and I'm sure 100 years in the future. Old men speak and young men die, because it's the young players are the ones who is feeling it. They are the ones who are being stopped from being played, whether it's Cephas stop them or Westmoreland FA. It's not the old people, they can't play. So it is not affecting them. And everybody who have them ego and don't want to just solve the problem, again, is the young people who is going to suffer. And that is what I am concerned with most of all.
All right. So what can I extrapolate, deduce, take from that, Mr. Speed, that we should expect to see Reno in the tier 2 because this is not an issue?
To me, if this wasn't the main part of my problem, I mean, we're not a problem. Just if you want to put FC in front of them or put it at the back, I mean, come on, people. We can have better problems. We try to have better problems.
Okay. All right. So let me say, people, we can, Mr. Garden, with no guarantees given, Mr. Speed said this should be a non-issue. So I expect that by the end of the day, this matter is going to be resolved, and it is more likely than unlikely that Reno will be in the tier 2. Mr. Tomlinson, come on. The team must play. Whatever issues is there, let it be resolved afterward. But Reno must play. This is for the good of football.
Is the third youth for me always
and
concerned with
very
everybody.
unfortunate.
Yeah, you're just talking on the youths them are suffer. Without Kasaf or Westmoreland, youths them must play.
Yeah, so isn't there an under 17 competition island-wide that the tier 2 teams are supposed to be participating in as well, along with the tier 1 teams?
Yeah, that we're trying to get it on come up.
That is supposed to be coming up. And what I would not want is for like that to be stopped. So Mr. Tomlinson, listen, let Reno play whatever they want to name. You understand me? If they want to turn the name around and call it Wanner instead of Reno, you understand me? Let them call it that, and then you work out the name change afterwards. Simply put, because football must be played. Administration can't supersede what is happening on the field of play. FIFA is about playing on merit. They should be playing, so allow them to play, and you fix the other issues. You can have time afterwards. Yeah. Go ahead, Brian.
I have an issue with that, boss. I'm going to tell you the issue is about a principle. I don't think the parish associations should be allowed to be judge, jury, and executioner. And we are saying, boy, just allow the man them to play because the benefit of the youth, them man, rare. No, the entity who is there to protect the kids' them interests are the interest of footballers in Jamaica, ultimately the JFF. So, the JFF must have some form of policy in place
or some form of structure where if something is happening outside of the scope or whatever, then them can step in and carry out this action or suggest this or have some form of mediation or something or whatever they need to do. But it can't just be because money.
Boy, you disagree with me
The president
about
can decide to him not sign the paper and him not sign it.
Yeah, but and the JFF says, listen,
Go again?
all I'm saying is that, like Mr. Speed said, right? There is no merit to like Kasafa removing the affiliation of Med Forest. So they said, listen, you can still play. All I'm saying is that is by policy. As the governing body. Yeah.
Yes, but Mannings, Kasafa did remove the affiliation and said them not signing no documents with them. So what on the JFF is just allowing them to do that? Because them do it, them say them not sign the transfer, them not verify nothing for them, and JFF the answer to that is JFF saying, okay, since you don't want to do it, I'll do it. And I mean I say that can't be the case.
All right. No man, it should not be. But you are saying that there should be a policy. But I am saying that when it comes on, going ahead, and I think I said it earlier, going ahead, and I use portions of what I think Cataract said, that when it comes on to our top tier, the decision about being in the league and transfer has to go above the parish president, the parish associations. Either you have, like Mr. Speed said, like you have the League Association of Jamaica that controls that, and they are an affiliate of the JFF, which means regardless of what the parish is say or do, they have direct control over those things. That means Cassava can stop any transfer. They don't need to sign anything. So that power of signing for our two highest tier, two highest the teams in our two highest tiers should be removed from the parish associations completely. And an arm of the JFF, call it the Jamaica Football Competitions Limited, whatever you want to call it, they are directly responsible for that. And they're an affiliate of the JFF. But until then, let Reno play. Because that's not going to happen right now. That's all I'm saying, because it's not going to happen right now. And we can't wait until that, because if we wait until that, Med Forest would not play and Reno would not play. Here is the one thing that I will say. And I will say this about Danny Beckford in Senton. When it comes on to a team from Senton participated in any competition, here's what I will tell you with him. He may have been serving for too long. There may be reasons to question his competence. But when it comes on to any Senton team participating, he personally takes it up on himself to get involved with that club to make sure that everything that they need is done so that they can be ready for the competition, especially at the highest level. He does it with his Tier 2, his Super League, his Premier League clubs. And I think and these are clubs that have major issues with him. Clubs that have people who have gone up against him in elections. Yeah. So Brian have to run, and we're going to have to run too, because, Champions League today. But Mr. Speed, anything you want to say in closing? Because I need to give the people an update, and then, yeah, we are going to run. But always good having you on, big match tomorrow. Mount Pleasant at them. Cavaliers. You don't know. Yes, Mr. Speed, what's
Yeah, well, just to say that this year, I must say that I think the Premier League hotting up now. As we come down to the close with just 3 rounds left to go. Very interesting. Everybody want to grab one of those 2 automatic spots to the semi-final, because basically it almost guarantee you a space in the Caribbean Cup. And also, there's an added incentive because there's going to be a lot of matches played down in that period of time, semi-final link up and the finals. So again, you want to be putting up your foot and resting. You don't want to be playing in those games while, so while you have the semi-final coming a couple of days after for the Premier League. So all in all, there's a lot of interest in this year because of the return of relegation. You could see teams battling down there to trying to avoid it, and made some of the matches interesting because you could see, Falkland join with some of the big teams. So I think this year is turning up to be very exciting. The crowds haven't come back for whatever reason, I don't know, but I think it will pick up as soon as the playoffs start. And the tier 2 is gathering steam now. You could see the teams that is in the tier 2 are really some top teams. I don't think anybody will see the death of this tier 2 anymore because teams are really interested in playing it, fighting to play in it. So football is looking up as a whole competition-wise. The under 17 coming on board. The under 15 parish competition is coming on stream. The under 14 girls parish competition. The under 18 girls parish competition. So we are clawing our way back to normalcy in football, and I'm just having a good feeling now.
All right, Mr. Speed. The next big game is tomorrow, down in the jungle. Second leg of the Links Cup versus Mount Pleasant. How do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, as I say, Mount Pleasant, I noticed, I watch them more than you, so I noticed yesterday they drop a 5-0, and the 9 players who was on the bench was who is who. They were of Jamaica football. If you read the name of the 9 players who was on the bench, it was something else. So they must have been resting those players for this big clash. I mean, we don't have such a big squad, but Cavalier, we have one mentality. We come to take it. So that's our mentality tomorrow. And it's a game that we will play to the end. So we're going to put it all, we're going to lay it all on the line and see what happens.
Yeah. All right then. Listen, Mr. Speed, thank you for coming on as usual. Hopefully we can get some information. We can talk some more after the games tomorrow. Well, it's going to be tomorrow evening, so maybe on Thursday we can speak a little bit about the Links Cup return leg games. All right. Want to thank you for coming on, Brian, as well. Really, really appreciate it. All right. So, respect as usual. And we had on your friend yesterday. Hope you listened to him, Mr. Anton Carneal. He was on yesterday giving some clarity as to the coaching courses, and that was a very good one. So, hope you watched it. Yeah. All right. So that is Mr. Ruler's speech. So, people, let me help you. I'm going to share this bit of information with you. So, I have heard and seen stuff saying that Demarai Gray got his papers. There is no evidence of that. All right. What I will say is simply this: his papers are in. It is going to be, we believe, ready for him to be a part of the Gold Cup. At this present time, our information is that the player doesn't have in his hand a Jamaican passport. Or is there any documentation in Jamaica for a passport to be done for the player at the PICA office? That is the information we have. Nonetheless, the information, credible information, and we from out of the United Kingdom, is that the process is well advanced and the player wants to be a part of the Gold Cup, so we look forward to that. And Lewis Baker, there is interest, and there in the next few weeks, I would say 3 to 4 weeks, 3 weeks, yes, between now and the next 3 weeks, there should be dialogue between high-ranking official, I don't know if I should add an S to that, from Jamaica's football with Louis Baker and others. Right? Other players as well. And the thing is that if all things goes well, we may be seeing that player here as well. Let's see if this is a caller for the show. Welcome to I Am Sure
Mr.
Sports.
Tomlinson. This is Mr. Tomlinson.
Mr. Tomlinson. All right, I think that person. Sorry, Mannings, I think you are deadly wrong. There is a Manchester Town Football Club. Do you think they can turn up in Seville on Thursday to play Conference League and say, yo, we want to bust our youth? I don't understand what you're saying. I don't understand what you're saying, Ketara. The gentleman came on and categorically stated that there has never ever been a company registered, never been a company registered as Reno FC. What are you talking about? The incorporated company is FC Reno. What are you talking about, Cataract? I don't understand. What am I deadly? Eh? You're deadly not listening. You're deadly just wake up. You deadly just join the show and deadly not following the discussion. So I deadly don't know what you're talking about. You need to deadly detox from the substance that you're sipping on in the wee hours of the morning before you comment. Because on this one, you're deadly wrong. All right, boss. So I don't know. Get her. I am lost. I don't have a clue what you're talking about because what you are stating about a club turning up to play for is not the case. so so we should be expecting between now and the next couple of weeks, knowing players who have actually had some official start of a meeting, right? And whether or not those players would be ready by the Gold Cup. But at least the Demarai Gray situation is well advanced. I did tell her that there were 4 other players, though in the championship on loan from 2 of them from Premier League clubs. They will be their documentation is, you'd say it's basically done. So I remember Cataract saying that he would get baptized and start attending church if Demarai Gray was in the Jamaica squad for the Gold Cup. All right, we long anticipate that. For those who are asking on the Reese Nelson update, we did speak to that. Solji is making contact so we can set up the dialogue, and he did send me a voice note, but we can't play the voice note while the program is going on. So when we do that and we make the necessary contacts and stuff, we will give you an update. Because first you have to know how interested is the player in Jamaica, though he has declared that his mother is Jamaican. That's his initial word. His mother is Jamaican. We can't play the clip though because there's a clip with him actually saying it. And this is if you follow the Arsenal channel, and they have this thing where they take the players and discard, and have all kind of discussion, fun stuff with them. He actually says that. So that's it. And he has made several things. He talks about his favorite Jamaican food and all of that. So yeah. So let's see how that will pan out. And like I said, if after listening to Soldier and talking to him we get information, then we will do a short video and share that with you. We should have had, like I said, Cameron Simmons on. Oh, I see Soldier calling, so let's take Soldier. Soldier, we're closing the show now. I was getting to the over and out, but let me hear what say you.
Yeah, man. Me show the youth and him tell me say him will get in
Soldier, man, we can't,
no tomorrow.
yeah, man, so soldier, we can't, soldier, we can't bust them thing there. We had me there on the show still, you know, man.
All right. Maybe call that for sure.
Yeah.
All right, call me after the finish.
Yeah, we work at that after year, yeah, man. Yeah, so yeah, man, our own soldier working on stuff for us. So we're gonna sort it out and then let y'all know. All right, so people, I am Mannings, man. This has been I Am Sure Sports. I want to say a big thank you to all of you. Please hit the like button. All right, let's see. Fresh God always stay. Sometimes, I really appreciate when people talk about how good the content is and the quality of the program as we continue to grow and improve. But part of that is sometimes you watch it and you forget to not hit the like button. All right, so please go ahead right now. Hit the like button if you have not done so. And many of you watch it, right? And if I say something that you don't agree with, you unsubscribe and all of those things. And just grow up, man. Grow up, all right? So also, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, it's very simple. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, all right? Subscribe to the channel. And I always say this, listen. You see, the Jamaican persons who provide these shows all have a space. You may not appreciate the way they do what they do, but everyone has a role to play in all of this. So I'll always, other people don't probably do this when it comes onto my platform, but I'll say this. You see, all of them, I think, as a part of supporting each other, we should support them by subscribing, even if you don't want to watch their content. We just, as Jamaicans, we need to develop that, where we support our Jamaican. So I want to encourage you to subscribe to also the other platforms, because we will be better. We will be better if all of us are growing. The influence will be better if all of us are growing. Some person are triple my subscription. It matters not. But as all of us are growing, the value of what we do on this platform become better and greater. So I am Mannings, man. This has been I Am Sure Sports. And when it gets to this point of the show, we say we are over and we are OUT.